might be able to do it. Just make sure you keep the mic off so it don't feedback.
Yeah, I
But
did.
welcome back to the
I
Man
turned
Down
the mic off
Sports.
and I turned my big speaker off. So
Yeah. All right, we in there. We live now, man. Welcome back to Man Down Sports, man. As you can see from the thumbnail, the controversy of the LSU and the Iowa Buckeyes national championship game was running wild, man. I wanted to wait a couple of days before I even responded to it, man, because it seemed like most people was responding off pure emotion, and man, it got real ugly on Twitter. You know, I had a conversation with one guy. It seemed like he was trying to bait me into saying something. I don't know, man. It was almost like he wanted me to say something bad about Caitlin Clark. And I was like, I have nothing bad to say about that girl. Like, you know, but you know, the conversation was him insulting me and then trying to insult Reese, the player from LSU, I guess to push my buttons to get me to respond in an emotional way, man. So I just thought it was weird, man. But the game was good. Before we even get into all the controversy, I mean, what did you think about the game, Eric?
man, it was a good game, bro. And I don't even watch women's basketball. Normally, women's basketball is, you know, one of them things I'm looking for something else to watch. So, but my wife was with me, and she just, you know, was into female basketball. So we went ahead and watched the game. I really watched the game to appease her, but I turned it out, man, and it turned out to be a really good game, bro.
Yeah, it was, man. And then Caitlin Clark. Like, did you see any of her games before that?
I did. I seen when she played Louisville. So we caught the last couple games. So I caught the Louisville game, and I caught the the championship game, obviously. So yeah, I seen her, man, and she can ball, bro. Like
she a hooper,
hands
bro.
down, she can ball.
She's a straight up hooper, man, for sure.
Yeah.
And then I heard about her last year. You know, the girl that was calling this girl, the female Steph Curry.
Steph Curry, yeah, I heard about that.
She played almost just like Steph Curry played in college, man, when he was at Davidson, man, just pulling up from anywhere. You know, kind of being a one woman. You know, I mean, there's other good players on that team, man, but she really was propelling them, man, just like Steph Curry did. And he almost had a run just like this. I think he ended. He didn't get to the finals. It was the game before. I think he lost to Kansas. But I mean, it was very similar. Everybody showing her all types of love. I'm talking about former players, current players, like Kevin Durant shouted her out. You know, she getting invited on all these shows. Like, everybody's showing her love, and there was no hate going her way from nobody. Right?
Yeah.
Despite her being fiery, everyone liked that. Like, everyone liked her antics. Everyone liked her screaming and yelling at her team, and getting them hype and going into the crowd, pulling her jersey, pointing to Iowa, repping her state, getting everybody hype, throwing her hands up, man, doing the John Cena, like all that stuff she was doing was all fair game. Everybody loved it. Nobody said nothing bad, right? At all. She was fiery. Even if we felt like it might have crossed the line, because I felt like when because we've seen even in the NBA, we've seen people like Westbrook, and people calling him Westbrick because he can't shoot, and he'll when he played Draymond Green didn't even guard him. He just sat in the paint and forced him to shoot, right? Then they do the same thing to Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons, that everybody know he can't shoot. That's a scouting report. They won't guard Ben Simmons, right? I always thought that was a little unsportsmanlike and a little disrespectful to blatantly do it. If that's your game plan, great. But when you try to do it to show someone up and embarrass them, I think that goes across the sportsmanship line. And Iowa had a game plan like that for a South Carolina player, which is fine. But when the game plan is working so good, and now you're trying to embarrass the player by looking at her, then looking her off and just waving your hand like, man, you get what I'm saying? Like,
you ain't gonna do shit. Go on, shoot it then.
Exactly. That's when it crosses the sportsmanship line, right? For me. But even still, when she did that, did anyone say anything negative about her. Actually, people applauded that, like, oh my God, it's funny. Like the commentators when she did it was laughing. Look at it,
Right,
they replayed it. Look at what she did. She waved her off. It was funny,
right,
right?
right, right.
Even though it crosses the sportsmanship line. So, despite all of that, let's say that as players, me and you, we're players. We see this. We see that you're showing people up, you're hyping everything up, but that's cool. But guess what? We gonna shut you up, and it has nothing to do with who you are or what your race is or nothing like that. It's just the fact that we go shut you up. Now, how did you feel in the Super Bowl when Kansas City lost? And I want to say it was a play that got broken up when y'all played Tampa Bay, and the safety threw the deuces up to Tyreek Hill. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
That's his own celebration. And when you have a celebration, you have players that'll use that celebration on you if they make a play on you or they get the best of you. That just goes with the territory. When
Right.
Cam Newton was doing the Superman and San Francisco beat him and Colin Kaepernick scored a touchdown, Kaepernick did the Superman on Cam Newton. Everyone was doing Cam Newton Superman to flex on him, right? All of this stuff, right? Everyone who has a celebration that's a signature celebration or something that you normally do, when I get the best of you, I'm going to throw that in your face.
Absolutely.
And that's how I saw what Reese did, even though it was with 9 seconds left in the game and the game was already decided, and the girl walked away, and Reese was like, you go get this work. You trying to walk away so you can't see this. I'm gonna make you see this because we had to see you do it all tournament and all year long. I'm gonna make you see this. So I'm gonna walk up close to you so you can see this because you've been trying to avoid it. I tried to do that free throw line.
Yeah.
You acting like you can't see it.
Get it, nigga.
Yeah, you
I
go
would have gave
see
him a finger though, nigga. I get it.
You go
I
get
told
this
your
work.
punk ass.
Right. So after that happened, here comes everyone in social media, and this is what even crossed the line even more. I seen people call her a monkey. I said, they said it was monkey activity. I seen someone call her an effing idiot. And this person was a former ESPN employee that did that, not just a regular fan. I seen the dude that owns Barstool Sports come out and say it was classless. Like all of these, and then she got to the podium and said, listen, I've been called hood, ghetto, and all of this stuff all season long. I've been hearing it. And she said, I even heard it even back in high school. I've been hearing it. Right? You want me to fit in this box? I don't fit in that box. But now you're calling me names and all this stuff. That's crazy. So that's how I looked at the whole thing. What's your whole assessment on it?
Hey man, honestly, bro, it's part of the game, and she don't fit in that box, and nor should she have to fit in the box. She should be who she is. Talking crap is part of the game. You know what I mean? Especially in our culture. Hell, I can't even play shit cards with my kids sometimes because it might get out of hand.
Yeah.
Or play a basketball game or football, just certain things I do with my sons. Sometimes I have to remind myself that, like they kids, man. Like you ain't gotta, go so hard on them or vice versa. You know what I mean? But it's part of the game, man. And it's part of the culture. And nor should she have to conform to anything, bro. She should play her game, and if she wins, she get to talk her stuff. She get to do the John Cena. She get to point her finger. She get to wear a crown because that's what she do. That's her thing.
Yeah, I agree, man. Like I didn't even talk to you about this beforehand. I didn't know what your thoughts was gonna be on it. But most of the people that had something to say about it, that was different from what our perspective is. They were saying that it was different when Caitlyn did it because she did it during the game. She did it in the heat of the battle. I kept hearing that word or that phrase in the heat of the battle, and I kept hearing that Reese, Angel Reese, was stalking her to taunt her after the game, and they said that's what crossed the line.
I mean, at the end of the day, bro, I mean, you're gonna have critics, you know what I mean? But it's just our society, man. It's our society. We live in a society that caters to white privilege, unfortunately. You know what I mean? It's just our society. So, yeah, we might have laughed when she did it, but now, Reese does it, and it's considered ghetto. It's the devaluation of, black women and black athletes as a whole. Just like the shut up and play.
Yeah. Shut up and dribble, all that crazy stuff. Yeah.
Shut up and play ball. We don't need you to talk.
Yeah.
There used to be a saying a long time ago, probably around my grandfather's time period, when they used to say, nigga sing, nigga dance, nigga die. You know what I mean? Nigga jump, nigga sing, nigga dance, nigga die. You know what I mean? And so that was the mindset, bro. You know what I mean? Nigga, that's all we want you to do is nigga sing, nigga jump, nigga play sport.
Yeah.
Entertain me, nigga. You know what I'm saying?
Entertain, right? And then if you stay inside the box, where it's comfortable for everyone, where you make us come, because for some reason, whenever we get outside the box, it makes everybody uncomfortable. Like, I mean, Reese a big girl, she's tall. She look like she might be 6'2", I don't know, 6'3".
Yeah, I think she's 6'3", bro.
Yeah.
And I looked her up, man. I didn't even know who she was, right? I was rooting for LSU because I felt like LSU was the underdogs coming into the game. A lot of people wanted Iowa, and Iowa was kind of bulldogging people out in the tournament. So
yeah, I never seen LSU as the underdog 100%. I didn't, man. I think Iowa caught South Carolina on a bad day. They was undefeated.
Right.
You know what I mean? I think they done won the last 2 national championships. That's a B squad, man. Don Staley is a good coach. They caught them on a bad day. They had a good game plan, and it was a good day for Caitlin Clark, man. They had no answer for her. So yeah, I didn't see them beating LSU at all. But what I was getting at is the comfort level of non-blacks, especially in like corporate America and in the entertainment business and whatnot. It's a that box that she was talking about during her press conference. It's a box that if we fit in that box, it's comfortable for everyone. And when we step outside of that box, everyone gets uncomfortable. For some reason, I can't really put my finger on it. And seeing any type of aggression from a black athlete, even if it's a student athlete or a professional, seeing aggression toward a person that's not of color, it just makes it just inferior. It feels personal for people that's not black people. I'm gonna play what Coach Staley said at her press conference after they lost to Iowa, and they asked her about how they was talking about her players, because the story on South Carolina and her players has been that they were bullies, and amongst other things, and she go get to it.
Other coaches, your colleagues, have sitting in that spot and talked about you all being bullies. What's the truth about your team?
The truth about our team, okay? It's a good question, okay? We're not bar fighters. We're not thugs. We're not monkeys. We're not street fighters. This team exemplifies how you need to approach basketball on the court and off the court. And I do think that that's sometimes brought into the game, and it hurts. Okay. And I do think that some of I'm gonna say it because I said I was gonna say it, whether we lost or whether we won. Some of the people in the media, when you're gathering in public, you're saying things about our team and you're being heard, and it's being brought back to me. Okay? And these are the people that write nationally for our sport. So you can not like our team. Okay, you can not like me. But when you say things that you probably should be saying in your home, on the phone, or texting out in public, and you're being heard, and you are a national writer for our sport, it just confirms just confirms what we already know. So watch what you say when you're in public and you're talking about my team in particular.
So this is before the national championship game. She had already been talking about doing the Final Four, how she's been hearing all this. And, you know, she's been hearing it probably before that. She's been hearing it for the last 2-3 years. They're winning, they're dominant, and they got a certain style of play that we know all too well, coming from the culture that we come from and playing around the neighborhoods that we play in. You know, you know what type of style of play it is. But if you can take that to the NBA or the NCAA or high school and you can play within the rules, you know, why do they have to label people as what she was saying? Thugs, bar fighters, bullies, monkeys, you know, things of that nature. Why do they have to label these student athletes with those type of labels? Not to mention, a lot of people took to Twitter to air out some of their grievances during, you know, what was going on during the Final Four, and they said a lot of Iowa fans were in the stands throwing out racist slurs and stuff like that, and even outside the stadium when the team was coming in off the bus or whatever, they was hearing those racial slurs as well. Like, so like this stuff has been building up, so it's a whole bunch of racial tension, right?
So my thing is, it's always been that, bro. That's nothing new. I'll tell a quick story. My son was playing. They were playing for the CIF championship a couple of years ago, and I think they were playing a school called, I think it was Steel Canyon. And of course, Oceanside had a reputation of being a hood school, unquote, quote unquote. All my sons went there and they didn't really have any problems. All three of them went there and graduated, didn't have any problems. But it was labeled as a hood school. Now, at halftime, Steel Canyon was winning, and they was doing all the chanting and waving by and all that kind of stuff. Now, Oceanside comes back, wins the game. All the players went on the field, waved goodbye to the opposing team. We was at their home field, waved bye to them, and there was a bunch of ruckus, basically saying that if we kept doing that our playoff was going to get canceled and we was going to get disqualified and all kind of stuff. So there was none of that chatter when they were winning. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
So I think at the end of the day, man, it's part of the culture, and winning solves everything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's crazy. What you just described is pretty much exactly what happened with this. Like, you get a gesture, I guess you get a gesture towards you or toward other players. In Caitlin's case, she had been doing this gesture toward other players continuously. And then when the player does it back to them in retaliation, that's the one that they call foul on.
Exactly. And that's the devaluing of black people, black athletes. That's just the way of the world. So the media influencers, the people on TV, whoever, they got to kind of check themselves when they make those comments, because I think at the time, man, people are just making emotional comments. They're not even really thinking about what they saying. They just saying it because that is what's trending on Twitter at the time.
Right. So you said emotional comments. Now, here's the question that people don't want to deal with. Why is their emotion involved in this particular game? And you get what I'm saying? Because it's obvious when you come to Twitter and you call a 20-year-old girl a effing idiot or a monkey, that's personal.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's not a analysis. That's not you saying, hey, look, man, I love the sport. I'm trying to provide some type of guidance or I'm advising. That you're not doing none of that. You didn't come out and say, hey, congratulations to LSU. However, for my taste, I would have liked to see X, Y, and Z from Angel Reese. Right? That's not what you said. You came out, shared the link of her pointing to her ring finger, and your caption was effing idiot, right? Or this is classless. She has no class. win like you've win like you've been there before. Shout out to Iowa for having class and their mom raising them right. You get what I'm saying? These are the things that you're saying.
Right.
That's personal. So the only time you get personal is when a nerve is struck or your feelings are hurt. So the real question to people that were saying things like that and who agree with it is, why was your nerve struck? And for you, what do you say to that? Why do you think that nerve was struck?
At the end of the day, man, like I said, winning solves everything, man. You know, since the beginning of sports, the starter sports, we weren't even allowed to play, college ball. We weren't even allowed to be on that national stage like that for a long time. Now you invite the black athlete into the, into the competition, and we're pretty much dominant at everything we do. We just ain't, they even calling the black soccer players from Africa to go win it for them. So you know what I mean? So I don't think it's the devalue. We won. Everybody's feelings is hurt. That's,
why?
There used to be a thing. You remember the quote?
Eric, why? That's what I'm trying to get at.
Hey, you remember the great white hope, the great white hype, all predominantly white Iowa team against a bunch of black girls from LSU. The girl got her baby hair plastered down on her forehead, eyelashes on.
She out there just looking like
hey, stunting.
They out there listening to rap music and
out there listening to rap music. Hey, it got one. What's that? The one little the tight pants leg on and one off.
Yeah.
The whole swagger of it, man. So I enjoyed it, man. But
it's not. It's it's a particular demographic of people who that is not their cup of tea. That's not their taste.
No, man. Those people do not want to see you go out there and win like that and celebrate like that and do what you do. But it's just part of the culture. It's just what we do. Like, it may not be your cup of tea. You might want to turn the channel. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I would recommend that.
It may not be your cup of tea, and you may have your own personal feelings about it. And I would never, have my kid do that. But that's not your culture, so you wouldn't understand it.
Right. And it's okay for them not to understand it, and it's okay for that not to be their cup of tea. But the verbal attacks, because you I don't know, I guess your feelings was hurt or
hey man, look, you supposed to be less than me. How you gonna beat me in the game that I created?
Well, I don't
How you gonna beat me in the game I created?
Well, I will say this. So the reason why I kind of preferenced it the way I did at the beginning is that we all celebrated Caitlin Clark.
Absolutely.
When
man, look,
at the end of the day, exactly. At the end of the day, it comes down to basketball, and we don't care what flavor or what brand you bring to the table. We like good basketball,
right?
You get what I'm saying? So Caitlin Clark plays the game in a way I like to see it played, but so does Angel Reese. I like all, like, however basketball can be played. I like it if it's good basketball.
Exactly. I like the girl, the girl that came off the bench, the senior with the little blonde. I forgot her name.
Carson.
Man,
hooping,
killing it, bro. She was hitting it everywhere, hitting it all over the court, falling in the. Oh man, she was killing it, bro.
Yeah,
I love to see it.
Yeah, but we celebrated all. We
Right.
celebrated, and we still celebrate, and going to continue to celebrate the heck out of Caitlin Clark.
Right. When the game was over, I said, man, that's a bad.
Nobody got no issues with her. I don't even think the LSU players have any issues with her. It's a video of one of the LSU players, the point guard, going to go see backstage behind the locker room, going to go see Caitlin Clark just to meet her for the first time, and she was starstruck. This is a player before the game, right? That came out. That video came out. It's floating around, right? So these players respect her, like her, all of that good stuff, man. But I did have an axe to grind because it's a chip on our shoulder for the fact that, hey, look, you've been showboating. We go shut you up. That's fine.
Right.
if it was a black player with that attitude toward another black player, it wouldn't look funny and it wouldn't strike no nerves.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Like
But
when
it's always been that. You remember the Magic and Larry Bird beef they had back in the day.
yeah.
You know, so that's just part of, you know, Larry didn't really do too much talking. Larry just went out there and played,
And who?
you know what I mean? If he lost, he lost. If he won, he won. He just went and played the game.
And I don't think it was racial for even at that point in time. I thought it was just basketball for them, right? But for the people that was rooting for each side,
right, it became racial.
The racial component was there, and I think that's the same thing that's here. The LSU and the Iowa players, I don't think they have any issues with them just because of the color of their skin or their background or how they grew up. They, real recognize real, and they respect a hooper when they see one. But but the fact that Iowa was a predominantly white basketball team, and it was vice versa for LSU, and then the Iowa as a state is kind of mirror what the team mirrors. It kind of turned into that, and then you on top of that you add the best basketball player in college is a white girl, and I think and I don't want to speak for people, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I think they felt a sense of pride in her and what she was about to do, what she was doing, beating these teams, right? And they felt a sense of pride, and the fact that extreme high that they was feeling got turned into extreme low by them, losing the way they did in the finals, and then showboating on her. That felt personal, and that's why they lashed out. That's why people.
Yeah, but that's their own insecurities and their own personal issues that they got with themselves. You can't really account for that. You know what I mean? You gotta kind of let that go. You know what I mean? Hey, and like somebody, I think it's Chris, say ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. So what happens is, man, somebody's already have racial, issues, racial ideology that devalues black people, that have those type of thoughts. And the only difference is that they just come out and verbally say it. Yeah, look at they're so classless. Look at them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
like I said though, winning cures everything. You know what I mean? Keep winning.
But the fact that Angel Reese feel like she got to go speak for herself on the podium, and then she got to go to Twitter and keep rubbing it in, is because she keep getting these fans, and they're just not fans. Some of these people are blue check Twitter holders. These like Keith Olbermann, the former ESPN analyst. Like, how the heck you come out and say what you said, man, and then double down, which is crazy. And I can't respect any person that's going to tell me, this is classless. And then like in Keith Olbermann's case, he didn't know that Caitlyn had done the same thing 2 days earlier. And once he came out and said what he said on Twitter, and when people reminded him, hey, Caitlyn did the same thing, he had to then turn and say, well, she's wrong too, because which is cool. I'd rather you say they both wrong than say one is wrong and one is acceptable and one is not. I'd rather you say, okay, they're both unacceptable. But then if you say they're both unacceptable, I want to check your record and see whenever Dame Lillard hit the 3-pointer in PG-13 face and celebrated after the buzzer and hit the Dame time and did everything he did on the court and all that stuff and rubbed it in. Or when Richard Sherman ran up to Tom Brady and said, why you mad, bro, after the game, or Richard Sherman going to the podium and talking to Crabtree saying, you go put a sorry receiver like Crabtree on me. Of course, y'all, that's why y'all going home. Like, these are things that was going on after the fact. Juju Smith-Schuster going to Twitter, talking trash to the Philadelphia players and AJ Brown. Like, the trash talking goes on after the match in a lot of cases. And if I didn't see Keith Olbermann come out on Twitter and call that classless or call them effing idiots, I shouldn't see it now. You get that makes sense?
Right. You know, they don't got a problem when we do it to each other though. You know what I mean? They really don't got a problem. I don't think in the NBA. I think when it's college ball, man, so many people like college ball. Think about how many people's in Iowa. not a lot of them look like you.
Right. Right.
Not a lot of them look like Angel Reese, right? So, you know, there's a lot of those people that was rooting for their team, as well as others around the country. And not only did they beat them, they stunted on them. They threw everything they did throughout the tournament back up in their face. I just think that they took it a little too personal, bro.
Yeah, they did. They ain't had no business doing that. But let me jump to this, man, because this is the part where those microaggressions come in. You know, this is the part where, you know, you start doing little things that are subtle, right? But it is really geared and rooted in maybe some bias or maybe some racism, maybe some prejudice. I don't know. I don't know what you want to call that, man. But Jill Biden was you know, they did a story on her, and her quote was that she thought about inviting Iowa to the White House. You know, of course, you know that, you know, all the winners in every sport get invited to the White House. She said that I think Iowa played a great game and they played hard. I think they deserve to be invited as well. Right. That's basically what she said. What's your thoughts on that?
I mean, I think she was just trying to be nice, man. You know what I mean? She seen the girls play their heart out. I think it was one of the biggest for women's sports. I think it was a huge boost for women's sports. Again, I never seen no women's, you know, basketball like, and I have to admit, I'm not a person that just normally watches those women's basketball like that. I mean, just being honest. But I think she was just trying to be nice, bro. I don't really think she meant too much by it. I don't think. But if you look at it, the decorum, right? The decorum is only the winners go to the White House. So now
right.
What are you saying? So now every little thing is going to get twisted and looked at in a different light. But I honestly don't think she really meant anything. I think she was just saying, oh man, it's great for women's basketball. We should invite both of the teams up. You know, she just talking. I don't think she had any racial implications or anything like that.
Maybe not. You know, some of that stuff would be subconscious. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. As
put it this way.
You got to kind of teach them what to do.
Well, I wouldn't even put it about race. Just put it this way. Just close proximity to a person in general, right? Put it this way. You see my son crying, it's gonna strike a nerve because you know him. But if you see your son crying, it's gonna strike more of a nerve. Right. Exactly. It's gonna tug at your heartstring even more, and you're gonna be I guess led to actually do something about it. Right. So you know, you see someone that look like she's a woman, right? She's a white woman in America, right? You see these kids look like your kids crying after the match, and you see how it seemed like LSU was rubbing it in and all that stuff. Right. That might have pulled at her heartstring.
Now, yeah, of course.
So but what she don't know is that is considered a microaggression for her to say, well, let me extend this invite, because that's something that, like, if the shoe was on the other foot and Iowa won, LSU got it rubbed in on them, and LSU players was crying, will her heartstring be pulled the same way? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that, man. But I think I'm very careful not to put race on everything. I don't want to be, you know, the race guy. You know what I mean? I get it; it exists. I get it that it's part of the dynamic. But I honestly don't think every time you say something, you're doing a microaggression. I think some people just talking. I think she was just talking. I don't really think she meant any harm by what she said. I think it was a nice thing to say. You know what I mean?
She probably did, and it could be just strategic and political, because I think they got something planned in Iowa soon, but you know, before the elections and stuff like that. What is it called? The caucuses or whatever?
Black Congressional Black Caucus.
Whatever it is, it's gonna be in Iowa this year. And
I don't even know. Yeah, I don't even know.
It's gonna be in Iowa, and I think that's a state they wanna make sure they get votes in, because when you really think about it, Biden, he got in the same way Obama did. He got a lot of black support. He got a lot of Democratic and black support, right? So I think they feel safe and good with that. Where his numbers and his approval ratings are low at is amongst white Americans, right? He got to figure out a way to score points with them. And he saw that, you know, he or maybe his wife or somebody on the staff or whatever, they probably saw that, hey man, America is split right down the middle with this issue of LSU and Iowa, and it's a good opportunity for you to go in there and pull some people.
Yeah. Also, I think it would be good for women's sports. You know what I mean? I think that was the big thing for women's sports. You know what I mean? They haven't had that many viewers. They hadn't had that much attention ever since they've been playing. So I think it was a political call. I think it was her trying to be nice. I think it was a lot of different little angles that they had to it. And, you know, whenever you're dealing with a politician or a politician's wife, it's always an angle. So
it's always
it just depends on which angle. Or do you want to go with the angle? You don't want to go with the angle. You know what I mean?
Now, what's the downside if she actually go through with this and invite them and they accept the invite? What's the downside? Because you got a team who the first time they ever won the national championship at their school, right? And they broke records. They broke a record in the finals. I think they scored the most points in that game. You know, so like this is unprecedented for them, and for you to have to share that stage. How would that make you feel? Like this is the first time we actually doing this. Why do it on my watch? You get what I'm saying? Like,
well,
it's pretty weird.
Sometimes it's bigger than you, though. You know what I mean? Sometimes the moment is bigger than you. You know what I mean? So the moment for women's sports, for how women are playing basketball, how competitive they was, how good of a game it was. I think a lot of people's emotion got involved, especially women. You know, emotions got involved. I think everybody was excited. Everybody was entertained by the game. I think she just said something that was, you know, a nice thing to say. Oh, maybe we should invite both of them. You know what I mean?
That's fair. And so if you LSU though, would you go? If you the coach, would you be like, yeah?
Go. Now I wouldn't go because, and I think that's the conversation that they should have. You know, Iowa and LSU. Hey, they invited both of us to the White House. And how do you feel about us coming? And how, you know, have those conversations, man. Just an honest conversation on the front end.
And I'm honestly gonna say, man, stay your tail home. And
y'all
lost.
It's the reason I'm going to the White House. So I don't know why you going. I don't know why you going. Why you going to the White House? You just going to visit?
Come on, man. Hey, no. I mean, and it. Look, and the crazy thing, man, just for optics.
Blacked out.
Yeah, just for how it looked, and so you won't look so biased. You're gonna have to invite the Boston Celtics because they got second place this year. You're gonna have to invite who Kansas City just beat.
Philadelphia.
Philly. You're gonna have to invite Philly, Boston, and Iowa.
Hey man, and honestly, bro, I wouldn't even take that invite if I was Iowa.
I wouldn't either.
Yeah, it'd be like, oh man, that's they let them have their moment. You know what I mean?
I wouldn't
let
either.
them do them.
Yeah, but I
we
think
appreciate the invite, but we're not gonna go. Hey, congratulations to LSU.
Yeah. I really think it was political though, for real.
Yeah, it's all political, man.
I think she's trying to score some points.
It's all, you know, it's all kumbaya. It's all kumbaya.
Try to hit them with that. All right, let's get into some NBA, man. That's all. That's the heavy stuff that we got out the way, man. Let's get into some NBA.
Okay, you see what them Lakers doing, don't you?
And we can start with the Lakers first, man.
You see what they about to put on that late show, baby.
I got the Lakers hat on, man. I'm trying to represent.
I see.
I'm trying to represent.
I'm still celebrating the Super Bowl myself. I'm still celebrating the Super Bowl, man. Till next year, I'm gonna celebrate Super Bowl to August. Till August come and they start playing another season, and I'm celebrating.
Let's go East Coast. Let's pick your Eastern Conference Finals, and then who you think will win and then why. Right now, Milwaukee's number 1 in the East. Boston's 2, Philly's 3, and 4 might be. Well, that's the top 3. It's Milwaukee, Boston, Philly. Right.
Honestly, man, my heart wants to go with Milwaukee. But no, I take that back. I think Milwaukee will take the East, but my heart wants to go with Boston, man, because Jason Tatum been playing out his mind. You know, he's a Missouri kid, you know, represent Missouri to the fullest. But you know, I just hate seeing my light-skinned brethren, man, look so sad when he lost last year, man.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, that's not a good look for a team light-skinned right there, man. I don't know.
Oh man, so Milwaukee coming out of the East in your mind, and so you ain't got no love for Philly and Embiid. Oh, you froze up. We lost Eric. So if he's picking Milwaukee, and I want to pull up.
Hello.
Yeah, I can. Yeah.
All right.
Let me pull up the standings, man.
Yeah, but like I said, man, I really want Boston to go on and take it. I really think last year was their year to take it. I don't know what happened.
Oh, Cleveland at number 4 and New York right behind them at number 5. It's interesting.
New York ain't gonna do nothing though.
All right, so let me. We're not even. Let's just do the top 6. Forget those guys is gonna be in that play in.
Yeah, New York ain't gonna do nothing. I like what's my man name? Donovan Mitchell.
Yeah,
I like him, man, but I don't think he can do it by himself.
it depends on who they get in the first round. So right now they're number 4, and 1 play 8, 2 play 7, 3 play 6, and 4 and 5 play, and that'll be a Cleveland, New York first round if the playoffs started today. It's possible that the Nets could get the number 5, but they 3 games behind, so they probably won't catch them. There's only like 4 games left, but the Knicks and the Cleveland Cavs. It's possible Donovan Mitchell get past the Knicks.
Yeah, I see him get past the Knicks.
But that's it.
Yeah, I mean, when you start talking about Boston, you start talking about Philly, you start talking about Milwaukee.
I think Cleveland can get Philly. I don't believe in James Harden.
Yeah, James Harden kind of fell off. You're right.
I don't believe in it. Joel Embiid, it's not been a lot of playoffs where he actually was healthy. Last year, he almost ended the season healthy, and he got his face broken and he almost didn't even play in the playoffs.
Honestly, man, I don't even believe in Embiid like that, bro.
I do. It's just he get hurt. He get hurt at the back. The last 2 years, Embiid has
whatever the reason is, it don't matter. It don't matter. It's like, hey, man, shit. Some always happen. If he get healthy, he sure can help.
Yeah. So what you saying? So you saying what if something can happen is gonna happen with Embiid negatively?
Yeah, Embiid ain't the guy, man.
Yeah, that's how I feel about Harden. I'm not making that conclusion on Embiid yet.
Well, hold on now. Harden had his time. Harden he getting older, man. A little over the hill.
Yeah,
now.
He's cooked.
Yeah, he's he had his moment in time in the sun.
He's cooked.
He fell off a little bit. Now if he got some real help, might be a different story.
He was in a perfect situation with Brooklyn where he didn't have to be the number 1 or number 2. Yeah. If Harden never would have left
looking at each other right now, man. Come on, bro.
He was.
That wasn't a good situation in Brooklyn.
Well, if it wasn't, it was because of Josiah and Sean Marks. It wasn't because of the players. That was in a perfect situation. He left about it there too quick.
Bruh. They ain't had nothing but Kyrie Irving drama going on and got them Brooklyn.
Okay, let's talk about it.
Come on, man. Hey, when Kyrie left, shit, and Kevin Durant said, shit, I'm gone too.
The Kyrie drama was really brought on because he wouldn't take the shot.
Bro, I got it.
Everything else was just normal stuff that all players do.
I got it, but my thing is, it didn't stop with the shot. It kept going.
No, I mean, a tweet. You go blame him for the tweet too?
I mean, come on, man.
This in both of those situations,
I know
Eric,
you like Kyrie Irving, man.
but listen,
I'm gonna invite him over to your house.
but I like fairness too. Hold on, E. I like Kyrie. I like Kyrie Irving as a player. I don't know if I don't know if I like players outside of the basketball. I don't know. Maybe I do like Kyrie. I don't know. But
you
right
definitely like Kyrie, man.
But right is right though, Eric. Like he's getting suspended for these things where they didn't have to suspend him. They didn't have to suspend him for not getting a shot. Let me ask you this: if you was the team owner,
okay, don't ask me if I'm the team owner. Shit,
okay, no, you're the team owner. You're the team owner. They're gonna air. You got Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving, and it's 2021 or 2020, 2021, whatever, 2021, and your city says, hey man, you can't play if you ain't got the shot. And Kyrie was like, look, man, I already told you this summer I'm not getting the shot for religious purposes. And then you got a decision to make. Either we go play, because there's 82 games, so he would have missed 41 games, 41 home games. He would have been available for 41 games at the most, but Toronto actually had a mandate as well. And then I think in Cali. So he probably would have missed 4 or 5 games on the road. So you would have had Kyrie for about 36 games or 38 games, right? Something like that, 37 games.
Okay.
So you sit down with me, I'm your GM, and we say, do we want Kyrie for 37 games or 0? And you choose 0. Why?
Bro, if I'm paying you millions, dog. Ain't no chump change. I'm paying you millions of dollars to go do a job.
Right.
You need to get that shot. You need to go out there and do what you got to do.
But I'm doing my job. My contract don't say I need to get a shot though.
Hey, you know what type of climate we in. You know there's a pandemic.
Right.
You know, millions of people have died from this COVID-19. I need you to get the shot so you can play and help my team get to the next level. So you
would have done the same thing what Josiah did, because I think the reason why they suspended him is because they thought that once they suspended him, he was going to be like, all right, I get the shot.
No, whatever choice you make, I'm going to do what I got to do, because now you're jeopardizing my team.
So you're punishing him for not getting the shot at this point.
I'm not punishing him. He's not at work. He's not at work, so I don't want.
No, I am at work. Like no, I am at work.
You're not at work.
I'm New York is telling me
I can't zoom you to the court. I can't zoom you to the court, bro. Eric, your ass ain't on the court, man. You can get paid if you're not on the court. You got to show up to work. Kevin Durant got the shot. Everybody else got the shot.
They got the shot because they different people. I'm not getting the shot because I'm not getting the shot.
I'm not in all your personal. I'm just paying you money to go play a game. That's all. That's my only focus.
So anyway, that decision doomed the Brooklyn Nets, because instead of having Kyrie for 36 games, you suspended him without pay and you got him for 0 games. And then Harden wasn't all the way healthy. So you got Kevin Durant pretty much playing with a roster that's supposed to have a big 3, but it's only a big 1 because Harden's hurt and you suspended your second best player. And then what ended up happening from that, Kevin Durant ended up overexerting himself and getting injured, and then you had to bring Kyrie back anyway like an idiot. So now your whole decision backfired on you.
No, my decision didn't backfire on me, because
then why you bring him back? Why did you bring him back?
I wouldn't have brought him back. You said if I was on.
So that's what I'm saying. So they brought him back, which means your first decision was trash.
No, my first I ain't got no, that's the decision they made. You said if I was on. I ain't got nothing to do with the decision that the actual owner made. Now that was his mistake. But his real mistake was putting all 3 of them on that team together like that. And I think Kyrie sold them on the idea that it was going to be something and it wasn't.
I mean, it's possible. I don't know if Kyrie sold them, but
or they sold themselves.
For what it's worth, when they played together, it was spectacular basketball and it was special. And it should have worked. They was about to beat Milwaukee. They was up on them 2-0. They had blew them out 2 games in a row.
Yeah, it looked like it was working.
And then when Kyrie landed on Giannis' foot and twist that ankle real bad, he's gone. And then Harden the next toe the daggone meat off his thigh bone. The next game, it was just crazy, man, how that happened. Them boys probably would have won the championship that year. And
Well,
that,
honestly,
I mean,
man, I mean, it's just my own personal opinion. I think NBA play too many games, bro. Straight up. I think they play too many games, dog. What is it? How many games is it?
I think they play too many games.
Because the only thing anybody really care about is the playoffs.
Well, I mean, you can say that. You can say that, but the games they're playing them so close together. Like they play back to backs. They play 3 and 4 nights. They do stuff like that, man. They only get 1 week for All-Star weekend.
They need to play NBA. See, man, I think they should play. And you think about all the teams, I say maybe 40 games.
All right, so we're going back to the scenario. You're the owner, right?
40 games.
All right, so think about how much money you bring in every night in your arena.
I know.
Would you want to cut that in half?
Players, though.
But would you want to cut that in half? They're not thinking about the players. Y'all think as owners, y'all thinking about their green.
Yeah, I agree with you. Now, if I was the owner, I have a different opinion. But if I'm thinking about the actual, what people actually watching, how many people actually is paying attention to the game, how many viewers I got from the playoffs to the championships, and how many players I got in the regular, how many viewers I got in the regular season.
Right.
You know, does it balance out? And I'm trying to maintain these players, and I'm paying hundreds of millions of dollars to. I want to keep them around for the playoffs because that's what everybody's showing up for. They're not really showing up like that for a regular season game, which goes to my next point. That's why when you see Kyrie, what's my man's name?
Durant.
No, what man? Load management.
Oh, Kawhi.
So when you look at Kawhi's situation, now I understand the load management. He's like, dude, I ain't gonna play all these games, man, and mess myself up, and you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I get it, but I just think they should probably play about 40 games, man. About 40, maybe 50 games. And I get it. If you're an owner, people coming to the game, people buying popcorn, people doing, you know what I mean? But could you still do all that with 40 games? I think so.
You gonna be real mad if y'all break it down to 40 and miss out on all that money, and then I still load manage.
You can't, damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Hey, who I got on the line?
I can't win.
Yeah, man, Sheldon, man, what's going on, man?
Oh man, what's going on, Sheldon? What's up, man?
What's going on? So you guys live, man. So I said, let me tune in, man.
What's up with you, man? What you got? What you got on the playoffs?
It's tough, man. I got Boston coming out of the East. Man,
over Milwaukee.
Yeah, over Milwaukee.
You think they're gonna beat Milwaukee?
I think Tatum is. That's his time, man. It's time for him. It's been a long while.
Hey, man, I'm rooting for Tatum, man. But every time I look at that old screen, man, with they still got Giannis. I mean, and Giannis, man, it's like really ain't no way you can really stop him, man, if he gets in the paint. So I mean, it's kind of a hard sell.
I like how. Yeah, I mean, I get what you say. I think Boston is a deep team, man. They got a solid bench.
And they had all that last year, man. They had all that.
I think we're gonna see a level of Jalen Tatum we never saw before. I think he's gonna be able to elevate his game in the playoffs.
It's possible, and the thing I like about Boston, and I didn't see it. Well, I definitely seen it with Boston last year in the playoffs when they played Brooklyn, and how Ime Udoka had that game plan defensively for KD and Kyrie. And I like that attention to detail, and I like that they did the same thing every single time for 4 straight games. I like the way they was defending them. And when Udoka was fired or laid off or whatever happened, and they got this new coach, I didn't see that type of defense from there in this season until they played Giannis last week. And oh my God, bro, it's a textbook. You got to look at how Boston guarded Giannis and Milwaukee last week. It was better than how they did Kevin Durant. And they exposed them, and I think they beat them by almost 40 points. You get what I'm saying? So Boston can do it. I think Boston can pull it off. it's kind of hard to go against Giannis when you know what type of performances he can have. It's hard to stop him, especially when he's running at you full speed and they're not calling any type of fouls. They actually call them fouls on the defender when the contact hits. So it just depends on how they ref the games.
I ain't betting against Giannis.
Yeah, I get
Giannis is like Mahomes. I'd never bet against him.
Yeah, you can't bet against Giannis. Giannis got those.
Yeah, I can't bet against Giannis. I just can't do it.
Yeah, he got that type of dominance Shaq had in his prime, man. But you got to. You think? I think I got a chance.
Yeah, I mean,
Hello?
yeah. I'm with you though. On Boston for sure. I think that'll be the Eastern Conference Finals for sure. I think it would be Bucks and Boston. I just don't believe in James Harden enough to pick Philly, and then everybody else, man. Everybody else are pretenders in the East, man. Like, I mean, you got Brooklyn. They going nowhere fast. The Knicks are going nowhere fast. Even though I like Jalen Brunson, but I mean, I don't see them getting past the second round if they lucky enough to beat Cleveland. Miami Heat's going nowhere fast. The Hawks are going nowhere fast, and then everybody else is just it's just dog food.
So we know the East is probably the easiest spot to play in.
Right. No, it definitely is. But I'm not sleeping on the Knicks, though. You know, I think
Knicks, I'm gonna go to sleep because the Knicks is good for them. Hey, remember when I talking about doing the 4 games? They good for regular season competition.
To the max,
hey,
man.
look. Before y'all go there though, Eric, I disagree that the East is the easiest. I think the East is the hardest because they got those top 3 teams: Bucks, Celtics, Sixers.
Oh.
But when you look at the West,
no, man, stay there. Remember,
the number
when LeBron
the number
was
one
coming
team,
out the East, I said, "Oh no, LeBron, that's the East. He don't know coming out the East because it's LeBron. No, it's because the East is the easiest. No, that's
Eric,
what y'all said.
Eric,
man.
you talking about 1,000 years ago?
Oh,
hold on, man. I got.
Hey, boy, y'all changed the narrative quick.
Eric, the narrative changes. The narrative changes itself. The East not gonna be weak forever. The East changes. I got Kenny on the line. Kenny, what's up?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much. I just wanted to give my 2 cents.
Yeah, I'm listening, man.
So I don't know. I don't know who's gonna come out of the East. You know what I'm saying? I'm really looking for probably the Bucks to get that. But
yeah,
I think it's gonna come in between the Bucks and then Phoenix in the finals. And I think KD gonna get it done because if you think about it, KD when he's around all shooters, he does very well. You know?
No.
KD got the shooters he used to have.
No, man, KD hurt, man.
I think when the games slow down in the playoffs, Phoenix gonna have a lot of trouble. And I'm predicting first round exit for Phoenix.
But what first round exit to who? Who do you think they're gonna be facing?
I'm not. The lineup is so crazy in the West. You don't know who they're gonna face.
You don't know. So right now is if the playoffs started today, the Nuggets would be facing. Well, I mean, let's say if the play-in shaped out the way it is 1 through 8 right now, right? The Pelicans in the 8 seed right now. So that'd be a matchup with the Nuggets. Nuggets Pelicans. Grizzlies will be facing the Lakers at number 7. The Kings will be facing the Warriors at number 6, and the Suns at the 4-5 spot will it'll be a matchup with Suns and the Clippers. So you so you giving Clippers the edge to send Phoenix home in the first round?
Yeah, definitely for sure.
So you basically saying it don't matter who they play in the West in the first round, Phoenix going home in the first round. That's you doing it without any logic. You just saying you feel it.
I don't think I think Chris Paul is cursed, number one. But that's
I think Harden is cursed too.
Nah, man. Hey, Chris Paul. Hey, the year they went to the finals, that was Phoenix's time to win. They blew it. They didn't win. They
Yeah, I
time is
think Phoenix
past.
missed their window.
Look, and mind you, I'm a Pelicans fan. You know what I'm saying? So I don't really
Oh,
like
well,
Phoenix
shit.
like that because of last year. But I just, you know what I'm saying, I have a certain respect for them. I already know how it goes. You know what I'm saying? If you got some shooters like that, man, you can't. And then that's the thing. So it's different from college. You know what I'm saying? Like Iowa and all of that, they was able to shoot them threes and then, you know what I'm saying, win a certain game. But if they would have went to a series with somebody, wouldn't have been like that. You know what I'm saying? So when you got them shooters, like that, I'm telling you, Phoenix gonna win that shit.
I think the pressure. When you construct a team like that, automatically you got that pressure to make it out. You saw what happened with KD in Brooklyn when he had that pressure. You know, obviously his foot is on the line and a couple, you know, but when that pressure is on you, automatically every team is gonna for you. So when the playoff starts, everybody expects Phoenix to go. And just, I don't think KD's ever been in a situation where he rose out of that. You know, besides when he was with the Warriors and playing with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. That's two different scenarios, man. I think they have trouble.
That's cap.
I don't think so.
No, that's cap. That's cap. Sheldon. Sheldon, that's cap. At 23 years old, he led OKC Thunder to the finals. And he went through Kobe and the Lakers, Dirk and the Mavs. Now I want to say he went through San Antonio that year too. That, I mean, to get out of the West at 23 years old and your co-star is a 22-year-old Westbrook and a 22-year-old James Harden, that's hard, bro.
The difference then and now, the pressure wasn't on them. The spotlight wasn't on them.
Why not?
They were a young core. Nobody expected
they were supposed to win that, though.
Everybody expected that.
I didn't. That's a young team.
They were supposed to win it.
I think as they grow, I think as the playoff went ahead, I think people expect like, oh, this team is for real. But going into the playoff, they had no expectations.
Oh, so you saying the pressure came from expectations of supposed to be able to get there? So you didn't think going to Golden State, and you didn't think they had expectations to make it every single year?
I mean, I did, but I think they had the team where look at the team they had. Look at the supporting cast. Like when you put KD with a Klay Thompson and arguably one of the best shooters in the world, and Steph Curry, like who's stopping that?
I think you overrating them being great shooters and making it seem like it's just supposed to work because they're great shooters. Nah, like what Golden State did is they gutted their entire bench to bring KD in. Like they had a core team. Well, these are the players they got rid of so KD can come. They got rid of all their rim protection because they had Andrew Bogut starting, and they had Vesta Ezeli coming off the bench. They got rid of both of their rim protectors. They got rid of their best wing defender in Harrison Barnes, who was also a knockdown shooter and a guy who can get his own bucket as a scorer. They got rid of him, right? They got rid of their backup point guard. Who was it? Ian Clark and some other guys. But pretty much, if you go look at that roster, they got rid of 8 players, all rotational guys and or top guys off the bench. 2 starters at that.
Yeah, I get.
Right.
I get that.
And if you remember when they played the Cleveland Cavaliers on Christmas and Cleveland beat them because Kyrie hit that game winner, and ESPN blew up the next day, and Nick Wright and all these people was like, there's no way the Warriors can beat Cleveland. It's a wrap. We just seen it. They can't beat them. They got rid of their defense. They got rid of their rear protecting and all that stuff. They named all of those things I just named.
Right.
And then they won 2 straight.
I mean, but I'm going to say this: like when you guarding against when you defense duties with Kevin Durant, Klay Thompson, Draymond Green, and Steph Curry, you can't. It got to be one-on-one defense. You can't give KD a break and go with double team Steph Curry. It was a nightmare for teams to guard. I guess.
I agree with you. I agree with you.
And if KD wanted to win again. If KD wanted to win again, he would have got out of his feelings and stayed in Golden State.
Yeah, but he wanted a different challenge.
No.
He wanted a different challenge. He wanted a place because they didn't make him feel home there.
Cap.
They didn't make him feel home there.
Bullshit.
But
He
it's
got
the
his
same
feelings
setup.
and he left.
He
I think that,
It's
He
the
admitted
same
to getting
setup.
his feelings.
right. I don't think he wanted to. I think he wanted to be the man because everybody was saying like, KD going to a team that won 70+ games. That
He
coming
ain't
off
built like that.
a
He
finals.
ain't built
that-
to be the man. He ain't built like that.
Yeah, but he
wanted
was the man for 7 years in OKC before he went to Warriors. And when he was with the Warriors, he was the man. And when he was in Brooklyn, he was the man. He's been the man everywhere.
He was the man in Golden State.
Yes, and when he went to the Olympics 2 years ago, he was the man.
Oh my God, bro!
He was the man. He was the man in tech. Like
y'all
when have
serious right now?
hold on? When have
help, though.
when have Kevin Durant not been the man?
Bro,
Golden State.
He's
Bro, he
always
wasn't the
been
man in Golden
He's
State.
always needed-
Okay,
we was
okay,
talking
so-
about Golden State before Kevin Durant even showed up.
Yeah, but when you show up, you're the best
They
player.
won championship before Kevin Durant even drove in the parking lot.
Yeah, but that don't mean you're not the man, because if that was the case, then we would say LeBron wasn't the man in Miami.
Yeah, but
LeBron was the man in Miami.
But hold on, but
Golden
didn't
State-
Wade win a championship with Miami before he got there?
Who was Wade with when he won the championship?
Old beat up Shaq,
Who was Wade with when he won the championship?
Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay. An old beat up Shaq.
No, yeah, but who led
Was
that
he an
team?
old beat up Shaq or was he
Yes.
still Shaq?
He was an old beat up Shaq.
No, he wasn't an old beat up Shaq. He was Shaq.
Boy, you crazy.
That's
He's
before he was old beat up
but
Shaq.
he's
Now when
still
Shaq
Shaq.
was over there with Phoenix and shit, man, that was old.
Hold on, let me ask you a question.
That was
And
old beat up Shaq.
And I'm gonna tell you how we know Shaq was beat up. Is Kobe better than Wade?
Kobe, yes.
Okay. When Shaq was playing with Kobe, who was the man, Shaq or Kobe?
Shaq.
When Shaq was playing with Wade,
You know
who was
what?
the man?
Hold on.
Well,
Let me
no.
make this one point. Let me make this one point. I got you. Go ahead. ask
Hold
the
on. Let me finish.
But
Let
let
me
me get
finish.
this one point. Let
All
me get this one point. One point. Shaq back then is what Giannis is right now. He's unguardable. Can't do nothing about
Okay.
that.
Okay. Who was the man for that championship team, Wade or Shaq?
I think both of them, honestly.
All right. So let me ask you this:
Shaq dominated in the paint.
if Shaq was obviously the man in LA with Kobe, and Kobe's better than Wade, how can Shaq and Wade share it when we know Kobe's better than Wade? That means Shaq had to fall off.
No.
Yeah, I think Shaq was in his prime, but
He probably wasn't in his prime, but
Right.
Shaq was still
I think
Shaq.
Shaq was still dominant.
Yeah, not being in your prime is significant. That's a significant drop off when you're outside of your prime.
When you're 300 pounds,
But he's 300 pounds in the paint. Ain't nobody
Yeah.
stopping.
But it's
I
a
think
significant.
Shaq would give people a problem right
Yeah, being before your prime or after your prime is significantly different than being in your prime. But let me say this though, and I give it back to y'all. Wade led that team to a championship. We know that. Shaq was a lot of help as well. He was still good. I'm
He
being
wouldn't
facetious.
have won the
a little bit.
championship without Shaq.
I agree 100%. I agree
Okay,
100%.
That's all.
But
Okay.
but what the point is, Wade led that team. That was obviously his team.
Okay, I
LeBron-
give you that. I give you that. But
LeBron
Wade
joined
will tell
Wade.
you, if you ask Wade would he have won that championship without Shaq?
No, we all agree with that.
Okay.
He was a key piece, right? But that don't mean that wasn't Wade's team. But my whole point is, LeBron joined Wade, and Wade was already a champion that has led a team to a championship. LeBron hasn't led and won. He did the same thing that Kevin Durant did. He went to the finals and he lost to a team that was obviously better. He lost to San Antonio, and Wade and KD lost to the Miami Heat Big Three, right? And then they both left and joined players or a player who had already tasted that championship champagne and knew what it was like to get through it, right? So they both went there and was like, look, I've never worked with someone as good as me and actually won it, so I'm going to do it with you at an organization that knows how to win, that's structured right, and I'm going to learn all of these nice things, and then after I learn it, I'm going to leave and I'm going to recreate it myself.
But he's not built like that because he in his feelings, bro.
No,
KD is the most sensitive, athletic motherfucking basketball player in the NBA. Sensitive motherfucker. Motherfucker Rich is sensitive as hell.
So hold on, hold on. I'm gonna let Kenny go. Then I'm gonna say this. You think Jordan is not more sensitive than KD?
Shit, I don't know.
Jordan got cut. Jordan got cut from his varsity team, and carried that chip on his shoulder his whole career. Invited the dude that he got cut for to his daggone Hall of Fame speech, and belittled him in front of millions of people because he was that sensitive about getting cut. Michael Jordan said something about him by Charles Barkley on national TV, and he haven't spoken to Charles Barkley since.
Bro.
But see,
I don't know. All I know is Jordan got 6 rings. Jordan was the epitome of basketball during his era.
Because he was sensitive and everything bothered him to the point where he wanted to prove everybody wrong.
But he won, bro.
And so did Kevin Durant.
Shit since he left
Kevin Durant won 2 times.
Kevin Durant won with an all-star fucking team, dog.
Kevin Durant won in the Olympics as well, gold with a skeleton
too. Shit. Come on, man. The Olympics don't count, nigga.
Why the Olympics don't count?
Nigga,
because LeBron, because
LeBron, nigga, we win the Olympics almost every year.
Because when LeBron got not when LeBron was playing and leading, he got the bronze medal.
Oh, this nigga, that was 100 years ago.
LeBron could,
nigga, like when LeBron was 12, nigga.
LeBron couldn't even get the daggone silver medal, bro. He got the bronze. He lost in the Olympics
bro,
twice.
How long ago was that though?
Go ahead, Kim. Well, you said the Olympics don't count. I'm just showing you that they do. Who?
I think. Wait, hold on. I think. No, you would have an argument if the Warriors didn't win after KD left.
Yeah, but
they wore their ass out, blew everybody.
Hold on. The Warriors. So Kevin Durant is the reason why the Warriors won after he left. Did you know that? Did you know that? Because when Kevin Durant left, instead of him leaving and just being a free agent, Bob Myers was like, man, can we work out a sign and trade so we can get something back? And he was like, sure. And he worked out a sign and trade. They traded him for D'Angelo Russell, right? D'Angelo Russell showed up. They tried to play him in place of Klay because Klay was hurt. That didn't work. Then Steph got hurt. Then Draymond got hurt. And they traded D'Angelo Russell for Andrew Wiggins. And voila, Andrew Wiggins was the missing link they needed. You see what Golden State looks like without Andrew Wiggins. That never would have happened. They never would have got a replacement for Kevin Durant if Kevin Durant wouldn't work that trade out. So it's not just Steph, Klay, and Draymond that was solidified. It was the fact that Golden State was structured in a way with team depth and team versatility on defense. And then they got rid of all of that for Kevin Durant, and Kevin Durant took them over the top. And then when Kevin Durant left, he helped them retool that.
Yeah, I think only thing that proves though that they didn't need Kevin Durant. They could have went down.
So if they didn't need Kevin Durant, if they didn't need Kevin Durant, then why did they lose to Golden State? I mean, why did they lose to the Cavs?
That was the year before he got there, right?
So look, they didn't need Kevin Durant, but Kevin Durant took them over the top.
No,
so, it was kind of over.
No, they needed Kevin Durant to beat Cleveland. They didn't need Kevin Durant to be good. They were already good.
Yeah, exactly.
They needed Kevin Durant to beat Cleveland. They knew they couldn't beat LeBron James and Kyrie Irving as hot as they was. That come on, man, they gave up a 3-1 lead.
You could say the same thing for Dwayne Wade. He needed Shaq to win, even though Shaq.
Man, y'all just proved my point. I'm gonna let y'all talk.
Well, hold on. Well, I already admit. I already conceded that.
But look, this is the thing. I don't agree with what Kevin Durant did. You know what I'm saying? Because honestly, me as a competitor, I wouldn't have did that. But at the same time, Golden State did need him. You know what I'm saying? They needed him to get over the top to really just it was really overkill. So they could have beat anybody that year. Whoever would have showed up on that Eastern side, they would have lost.
I agree.
They knew that. You know what I'm saying?
I somewhat agree with that. But did Kevin Durant have a championship before he got to Golden State?
No, he did not.
Yeah. So Kevin Durant needed Golden State more than Golden State needed Kevin Durant.
Exactly.
Right. So
no, hold on.
So
wait.
What kind of
logic is that?
let me
Wait.
get back to the
So let me use that same logic. So LeBron needed Dwayne Wade more than Dwayne Wade needed LeBron because Dwayne Wade already had a ring. Now, so if you agree with that, then I won't challenge your point. I just say, okay, I disagree.
I agree with that.
Okay. So I disagree. Yeah, I disagree with that, but at least you're consistent. I'm good with that. What about you, Eric? Did Wade need LeBron less than LeBron needed him?
No, he needed LeBron.
See how you're not consistent. But you just said
but we talking
because Golden
about
State
two
already
different
won.
players, bro. We're talking about two different players.
I think LeBron learned how to win with Dwayne Wade. He learned how to take it to the next.
And I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't like LeBron when he left Cleveland to go to Miami. I thought that was some whole shit.
Man, it was just corny for him to do that daggone press that freaking that whatever he did.
So y'all, I don't feel like it was corny at all because like if you in your city for all of that time, think about when you was in your city and we left for the military. We wanted to do something more. We wanted to see something more because that's the thing. People think that just sports is just sports, but it's more about life too. Because these people are actually like living their lives. So, shit, he might have wanted to go to Miami. You know what I'm saying? Go kick it at Miami and all of that. Just play over there.
The reason LeBron don't get the same respect, Jordan get looked at like Jordan, and always get really put number 2, which I still think LeBron's number 1. But the reason is because he didn't stay in Cleveland. He went and joined the super team and did all this other shit. So LeBron didn't get my respect till he went back to Cleveland and won the championship.
Yeah, I think that'd be
right. So look, that's like you going away, you coming back, and then you know what I'm saying, because sometimes when you in like these cities, you know what I'm saying, you're a black man, you gotta like go away for a certain time and then come back and then provide more to your space. So that's why I respect LeBron on a whole nother level. But let's get back to the whole thing. I still think that KD is going to do it because they have a similar setup to what he had in Golden State. So with all of them shooters, you got Ayton in the middle. Ayton was eating the Pelicans up, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's a force. And he got that little hook shot now. So he's good. Like, I'm telling you, I really think that KD is going to get it done this year.
So the way I assess it, I look at everything from the basketball point as well, and then I look at what is going to be, I don't know what's going to benefit the NBA, right? Because I think it goes hand in hand, So it's just not about which team I think that's going to be playing the greatest ball. It's who also going to be getting the benefit of the whistle as well. And I just don't know who that's going to be this year. And I really don't think I knew for a fact Kevin Durant wasn't going to get the benefit of the whistle in Brooklyn because the NBA they got this hate thing going on with Kyrie Irving, and they're not going to give him any favors like at all. Like Kyrie will never win again in this league. He might not even be in this league in the next 2 years. Right, that's how much they hate Kyrie. So I knew Kevin Durant was gonna get the harsh whistle when he was with Brooklyn. But with Phoenix now, he might get
part of the game, dog.
Nah. NBA's a business, bro. It ain't no
conspiracy against no motherfucking Kyrie Irving, man.
You don't think so? You don't think so?
Hell no, not playing the game. Playing the game is a conspiracy against Kyrie Irving. Playing the game on the court.
Y'all was just talking about how it was
not being in the league is a part of that conspiracy. There's definitely a agenda on players, for sure.
Bro, did you see that Brooklyn and Boston series? Come on, man.
Bro, refereeing is part of the game. If Kyrie go in there and scores 60 points, he scores 60 points.
Yeah, that's in the regular season. In the playoffs, the whistle is not going to benefit him. You got to watch that whistle very closely in the playoffs, Eric. You got to.
I'm gonna watch the whistle, but I don't buy people. People make all these excuses as to when they lose, why they lose, the referees, the this, that, the third. Man, I don't want to hear all that, bro. Go out there and play ball and win the game.
I get it because when you say those things, it takes so much away from our imagination, what we thinking we watching reality, and we don't want to think about that. Hey man, some of this stuff is getting manipulated. Right now, are they manipulating every game? Or they manipulating every call? No, because they would, their product would be trash if they did that. However,
Right.
there are certain games that can and will be manipulated. I seen it in the Dallas series with Phoenix, and I seen it in the Boston series with Brooklyn. I didn't see it that much in the playoffs. I just seen it in those two series.
It's not going to make that big of a difference in the game, bro.
I promise you it will. If you have
I promise you it won't, bro.
Listen,
if he go out there and ball out, I don't give a fuck how many whistles they blowing. If he go out there and ball out, they're going to win the game.
Eric, if you have a finesse team led by a finesse player, if you call the game loose, it's going to benefit the team that has the power players or the bigger players. If you call the game tight, it's going to benefit the finesse players and the finesse team. So automatically, if the referees make a decision that we're calling the game loose tonight, it's benefiting one team. So the question comes, who dictates whether they're calling it loose or tight, and why?
So let me ask you this question then. Since you asked me that, how is it they got different officiating crews on everything?
Right.
So you telling me on every game, it's a 7-game series, right? You telling me on every crew they're gonna be like, let's call the game loose because we don't like Kyrie Irving.
No, they're not gonna say we don't like Kyrie Irving. They're just gonna come. The head official is the person that have the meetings with the commissioner. The head official comes down just like a chain of command in the military, and he tells his umpires and his referees on how they're gonna look. I want you to look for this. I want you to look for that. If you read the book from Donahue or you listen to any of his interviews, he said that the reason why he was able to bet on his games is because as soon as they got the game plan or because the referees watch tape, like the head official will come down and say, hey, I just came out of a meeting with the commissioner. This is what I want y'all to look for. And they give them a DVD of just one player getting away with certain fouls. So you studying film on someone to say, oh man, he got away with this foul 10 times. We're going to make that a point of emphasis tonight. So he would say, I know who the NBA wants to win by how they telling us to call the game. And then he'll call his mob guy and say, bet on this squad.
Okay, I got you. I'm with you.
So if we're watching film, Eric, and I give you film and say, look, man, this is how we calling, and I want you to watch for this and watch for that and watch for that. Hey, look, Jordan's traveling on this pivot and he's doing this. You already see, oh man, they cooking this up.
But that doesn't just come from the commissioner. That also comes from the coaches complaining to the league about certain things they think should be called. Have you ever coached basketball?
Who, me?
I know you coach basketball.
Of course, yeah.
Exactly. So when you watching the game and you watching your team play and I'm watching my team play, if I see something, I'm going to complain to the ref. Keep complaining to the ref. I'm be like, man, look, he holding, look, he grabbing, look at that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Those same people are complaining. Those same teams are complaining because they want to win too. They complaining, hey man, y'all not calling this, man. Y'all not doing that. Y'all not doing this and that and the third. Also, some of those loose calls, some of those calls that they're calling, the players are manipulating the game too. The players are falling down on purpose. We heard of the flop. So it's a both sides are doing their thing. But if you go out there and play the game, you're going to win the game. If everybody plays good, no matter how the refs call the game, there's not enough refs, it's not enough people watching to alter the game that much that they can pinpoint Kyrie Irving and be like, Kyrie Irving we gonna make sure Kyrie Irving don't win. That's impossible.
I agree with everything you said, that even if the referees have a point of emphasis for a team that's gonna get them the short end of the stick, if you go out and you just don't miss no shots, then you can overcome that. And I've seen that happen several times where that happened in the LSU Iowa game. The referees was calling the game very tight, and they got 3 starters from the LSU side on the bench in the first half with 2 fouls.
Correct.
What was supposed to happen is that game was supposed to be close going into, because they had all 9 million people watched, almost 10 million people watching that game. they was gonna try to put together a good game, and they wanted that thing to go down to the wire. They wanted all the show to be in. They want to entertain, right? So yeah, we know LSU can blow these kids out. So we go get them in foul trouble early, and we go keep this game close. But what they couldn't account for was Carson coming off the bench going 5 from the 3. So I got all of your starters out. So this game should be close. You can't play tight. You can't foul. I'm calling it. You out 2 fouls. You out 2 fouls. You out 2 fouls. And then the bench comes in, and one player hits 21 points, 5 for 5 from the 3, and they go in the half up double digits. It wasn't nothing they can do. But every team is not going to be
making my point.
Yeah, but yeah, that's why I said I agree. But every team is not going to be able to overcome having a whistle going in the other team's favor.
But 7-game series, bro.
Yeah, I'm telling you, I seen it in Boston, bro. I seen it in Boston.
One thing we gotta say, when there's an agenda on a team, or like say for instance Kyrie Irving, say you just call it blackball, right? Just make sure this guy never gets to the finals. It's more than just a referee involved. I think other players are involved, other teams are involved. It's kind of like a suppression, like, nah, that's, like everybody's involved. I don't think it's a lot of people coming out to the NBA or sports are scripted. Yeah, I'm starting to see that now. Like, they already know who's going to win the championship. So it's kind of
man, y'all killing me, bro. Yeah, bro, we were doing so good over the phone. Them callers were doing so good. Damn, we was almost
I'm
free.
starting to see it, man. I don't know, man. Like,
we was almost free.
But obviously, there's nothing I can prove on paper. But there's seconds,
But nobody wants to believe Donahue, the guy who said, "Look, man, I know for a fact." Come on, man. That's how I was able to bet on games, because I know there's an agenda. Look, the greatest tragedy in sports history. You cannot look at that Lakers Sacramento series and not notice that it was cooked up from the NBA and the referee standpoint. It's not even possible. Even Chris Webber said it, man. Last time he talked with Shaq, he was like, "Man, come on, man. We know what happened."
Oh shit, man. So Chris Webber must have lost then, right? Chris Webber lost?
Hey, man, we can't win for losing, man. Like, you know what I mean?
Bro?
You can't win for losing. Yeah, he lost.
He lost. He lost, right?
Yeah, he lost.
Man, whenever somebody lose, bro, they got all that. That's what killed me.
So you need
when somebody lose, they got all the excuses in the world.
So you need somebody to win. You need somebody to win and then call out the mess. That's what you need. You need the person who won the lotto, that went home with the $250 million to call out the corruption.
Hey, he go back later and be like, "Damn, I got your ass. I got your ass. I got that shit. Look at that."
He want the winner to call it out. You want the people who set the slaves free to be like, "All right, man, now here go your reparations." You want them to call it out.
It ain't that serious, bro. Come on, man. Come on, bro. It ain't that serious, dog. When you lose, you make excuses for losing.
And 9 times out of 10, but there's some times where that jump.
But it's not. Hey, legit. If Chris Webber had went out there and balled out,
he did. They got cheated.
How many points he scored?
Eric, this is what we're gonna do.
How many points he scored?
Eric, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna sit down. We're gonna sit down and watch about 1 or 2 of those games in a row, Sacramento Kings and Lakers, and we're gonna stop it, rewind it. We're gonna show all them fouls. I wish I could show you the documentary that was put together. The documentary was so good that YouTube took it down. I tried to find this dude to see if he had a copy of it, man. He said I ain't even got a copy of it, bro. YouTube, every time I put it up, YouTube took it down. It was the best documentary I ever seen, man. He broke it down.
Bro, I get it. But you lost.
Yeah.
You can't go back when you lose. Hey,
man. Anyway, let's go to the West.
Same thing that we shouldn't have got on the ship. But they're like, "Hey, man, they taking you over somewhere to another tribe." By what? But they be like, "By what are we going over there?" Yeah, by water.
Oh man.
Why I
Hey,
gotta be chained up down here and shit?
let's
Hey,
move.
I don't make the rules.
Let's move to the West, Eric. The Nuggets are number one. Are they for real or not?
Hey man, I'm hoping the Lakers take it out the West. Out
Well,
the gate.
I mean, sure, y'all in that number 7 spot.
I honestly think they got it together now. I think Mr. Glass is finally goddamn caught a second win. Goddamn, Mr. Glass done pulled himself together. LeBron's back out there. Shit, they might have problems, man. Because everybody went to sleep on LA.
You twisted my arm.
I agree.
We was gonna start with the Nuggets, but since you went to your beloved Lakers, we'll start there. Cause Shelton's a Lakers fans too, but y'all in the number 7 spot right now, right? And y'all on a 3-game win streak, and y'all one game behind the Warriors, and y'all are also 1 game behind the Clippers. So if the Clippers and the Warriors lose and y'all win, then y'all will be in the 5 spot, and y'all will be facing the Suns in the first round. Do y'all want to stay in the 7th spot and face the Grizzlies, or do y'all want to move up? You want the Suns. At number 6, you'll face. You want the Suns. All right.
Yeah.
Speak on it.
I want to. I don't think
Suns got an answer. I would go. Let me go. I don't think Chris Paul can't stop D'Angelo Russell. That's going to be a matchup problem for him. The way he stretched the floor, the way he could shoot from anywhere, the way he can't stop him. Anthony Davis, who's stopping Anthony Davis on that team? And you got LeBron.
Hey, long as he don't shatter, he's dangerous. That joker break glass and motherfucking particles everywhere.
Right.
But if he stay together, they can't do nothing about it.
The Lakers bench. Nobody's talking about that Lakers bench, man. We got shooters.
Yeah. Hey, look what I opened up with Westbrook left.
Oh man, this man I called this man Westbrook, man. So disrespectful. So disrespectful, man.
Westbrook know he can't shoot. That's not his game. That's not his game.
Yeah, I think they asking him to shoot is a problem. I think
he can't shoot, man. He can't shoot, dog.
That's not his game.
That's just not what he do.
I want to rewind though, Shelton, because when y'all first got Russ, you didn't want to listen to me, did you? I kept telling you. I said, "Look, bro, hey, this is not the squad that Russ is gonna be all right with, man. This is not gonna work." Yeah. And y'all Lakers friends y'all fans did not want to listen to me, man. Didn't want to listen to me.
Yeah, but I was looking at it at a standpoint like if you have AD playing at a high level and you have LeBron playing at a high level, of course staying healthy, and you have this Westbrook just being 50% of Westbrook, I was looking at it that way. But obviously it didn't pan out that way. It just didn't. They didn't click at all.
No.
Yeah. And also, I think David Ham. I don't think he's a good coach. That might be one of the problems in the playoffs. But
I think he's a better motivator than he is a coach. I think he's a good talker, a good locker room guy, a good motivator. And sometimes that's all you need to be if you got good assistants.
We need Ndoku, man.
I don't know. I think once the game slow down and you got to make adjustment by game, I think that's going to be our problem. We're going to have to rely a lot on LeBron experiences to get through that part.
Yeah, I agree.
Because outside of LeBron, where is the playoff experience?
So who y'all think get the Lakers get the Lakers some trouble in the playoffs?
In the playoffs?
Yeah.
Definitely Denver.
Y'all really believe in Denver like that?
I mean, Denver been playing, bro. They got some shooters.
Nah, I'm not. I think
I'm not scared of them, but they can get us up out of there, especially if goddamn Mr. Glass come back. But if AD playing, we'd be all right.
You know what Denver's away record is?
No, you tell me.
Them boys are 19-19 on the road.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm thinking 7-game series back and forth.
19-19 on the road, bro. The Grizzlies 15-23 on the road, right? And then the Kings are 10 games above 500 on the road. They're 24-14 on the road. They actually got a better record on the road than they do at home. They 23-17 at home, 24-14 on the road. That shows me that their game travels well, right? At least in the regular season. At least in the regular season. But for you to be the number one seed and be 19-19 at home,
yeah.
Plus
bro,
with the
I get it, but you know the playoffs is a different animal.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Because Chris Paul can do good during the regular season, and then he turned into goddamn Father Time in motherfucking playoffs. Come on.
So does James Harden.
That motherfucker start dribbling slow and.
So let's talk about that then. The playoffs being different in the regular season. So of course the Kings this is their first time being in the playoffs since like Chris Webber, right? So of course everybody on the Kings, especially Darren Fox, this is gonna be his first playoff series, right? The Grizzlies, I guess their first welcome to the playoffs was last year, you know, so this would be their second time, you know, showing up. They might be a little bit more experienced. Do you think that the Grizzlies or the Kings are going to be a totally different team, or do you think they're going to be able to be similar to what they was in the regular season?
That's a good question.
That's a good question because we don't know. Like, you know, like they have a good coach. You see what the coach did with the Warriors. I think that's the only team I got a question mark. Are they really that legit? Will experience play a part? I don't know. That's the question mark for the Kings. I'm rooting for them though. You know, if the boys do happen to make it out and make noise in the playoffs, of course everybody's gonna be tuned in.
Well,
it's different when the playoffs come, and you know, every game the spotlight is on you. And
yeah,
it's easy to go to Chicago on a Tuesday and win a game.
Yeah,
in the regular season, but when the playoffs hit,
hey, what I like about the Kings though is that their shot makers, like the guy that they got to go to for a bucket, ain't scared. Like Darren Fox ain't scared. He's hit game winners. He's hit clutch baskets. He's had big games, and he plays defense, so he's not gonna be a liability on the other end. They're not small. They got Harrison Barnes. He can play the 2, 3, 4 if he wanted to. Keegan Murray, the rookie, he's a 6'8", 6'9", small forward that can shoot. Sabonis plays D. I like that, man. They really. Oh, you got Malik Monk coming off the bench. He's a shooter. They got Kevin Huerter shooting threes left and right. They got 3-point shooting. They got size. They got shot makers. They got defense. They got the coaching. To be honest with you, I would be thinking that the Grizzlies might fold before the Kings will, even though this is the Kings' first time being in the playoffs.
Right.
I always go with experience, bro. I go with experience.
Right.
Go ahead.
My rebuttal to that: how many players, you know, shot high percentages in the regular season? As soon as the playoffs hit or they go to a bigger market, they can't shoot no more. You know, Danny Green, he's one of them. They're like, I think when the playoffs hit, man, it's more mental. You know, you got so much on your mind. You thinking about the fans, it's intense. You know, it's just so much than just a regular season game. The game slow down, the refereeing, right? And I think only voice they really have is their coach. You know,
you remember
when the playoffs hit.
Y'all remember when you used to go see a Mayweather fight, right?
Yeah.
And Mayweather live in Vegas. Been there for the big shows, there for all the politics, there for all the media coverage, there for all that, right? The other guy is just happy to be there. He just you know, he want to go sightseeing and all kind of stuff.
Right.
So I think sometimes that plays a part, man. When you don't have that experience, you just happy to be there. You know, you looking around, you just like, oh wow, I'm here. And I think that plays a part because I seen the Phoenix Suns play outstanding during the regular season. Cause maybe it's a couple years ago when they went to the finals.
Yeah, they
Played
last year
good
too.
in the playoffs.
Yeah, they won 62 games last year.
Right. Play good in the playoffs. And then all of a sudden they get to the finals and just fall apart.
Well, I wouldn't say they fell apart, man. Giannis had an amazing final series, and then last year, I mean, come on, man, you up 2-0 on Dallas, and then once it started getting tight, they started bringing in Scott Foster, and you already know what's going on with Scott Foster and CP3. Like, I don't know if you've seen this stat, but in games that Scott Foster referees, CP3 is 0-43. He's never won a game.
Back to the refs again.
See, hey, but you can't ignore that.
I thought we got past that, Mel.
Eric, how can you ignore that? Eric, how can you ignore that? 0-43? You wouldn't do no type of investigation like, man, what the heck is going on with the games that Scott Foster referee against CP3? What is going on? 0-43, Eric?
Can CP3 ball out?
Yeah, CP3 can ball out.
Okay.
But
he ball out that game?
But you're not one of the best referees for no reason, man. If you can't manipulate a game, or like, what did they tell you when you watching a high school game, college game, or pro game, and it's getting chippy and people are pushing and it's starting to look like a fight? What they say? Referees need to get control of this.
Right, that's true. That's true.
Referees can control the pace. They can dictate the style and all types of stuff with the game. They got so much power. I'm just not a component, and maybe I need to go back and look at some more film. Maybe you can change my mind later on. I'm just not a component making excuses for I know, and that's the strong-willed nature of yourself. You see it as an excuse, and you refuse to ever make an excuse. I get that.
I don't want to make no excuses, man. If CP3 go out there and score 60 points, they're not gonna lose the game.
Hey, I'm just trying to.
Who called him? What?
I'm just trying to lead you to the water, Eric. You know what I mean? You ain't.
Man, goddamn, man. I'm just make excuses all my life. Then I fuck with you, man. I can't pay the lights this month. Shit, because I can't do it. The way my retirement set up is my checking account is my savings account.
Oh my God, man. All right, man. Hey, this comment said the Clippers ain't well, at first it said the Grizzlies ain't gonna fold. I don't know about that. I kind of think the Grizzlies folded last year, to be honest with you, man.
Yeah, I think they did too.
I kind of think they folded. Who they lose to? The Warriors? They lost to the Warriors, right?
Yeah, but didn't John Morant get hurt?
John Morant did get hurt.
He did get hurt. So
yeah. Hey, they played even a good game though with John Morant hurt.
Yeah, I mean they had a good record during the regular season when they didn't have John Morant, but I get it, man. You need your X factor.
If John Morant would focus on playing basketball and not throwing up guns in the air, he might be all right.
He might be.
Well, that might work on their benefit, man. You know, that kind of brings me back to the Pistons era. You know, when they were tough with a tough team, young Cole. You know, they do need a vet, but they don't have the vet. But I think that their aggression could carry them to the playoffs.
I honestly just don't think the Grizzlies is big enough, bro.
Yeah, especially now with Steven Adams and Clark gone too. So they lost Steven Adams.
They just not big enough in the paint.
Yeah, but man, Jerry Jackson Jr. is a good shot blocker. I mean, I guess they can utilize him. I don't know who they got coming off the bench at center, but I think that'd be all right. I think that'd be all right. We'll see. I don't know if they. He said they're not gonna fold. We'll see, man. If the playoffs started today, they'll be playing the Lakers, and that's gonna be one heck of a series, right?
They're not big enough, man.
Not for AD. Yeah.
They're not big enough, bro.
A matchup with AD and Jaren Jackson Jr. gonna be very fun to watch. I'm not even.
And you know, AD ain't just a in the middle in the paint guy. You know, AD can launch that thing from outside too.
Yeah, that's true. Jaren Jackson Jr. is a defensive player of the year candidate. So.
A lot of people don't not talk about the Lakers also. Mo Bamba, he's not a bum. When he comes back from his injury, he's gonna be able to be a force in that team, you know, and give AD some assistance.
Is that why they sitting him? Is it because of injury, or he just getting DNPs?
Nah, he's hurt. He's hurt.
Okay. Yeah, I like Mo Bamba. And he can actually shoot. So I mean, that's shot blocking, that's rim protection, rebounding.
Yeah, and he definitely gonna have to give AD a break, because you know that that motherfucker glass start crackling. I like, oh shit, that motherfucker glass that motherfucker like, oh shit.
hey,
This motherfucker getting ready to fall apart. God damn it.
He might be glass, man, but I mean
that motherfucker's Mr. Glass, man.
Yeah, but I'm gonna at least say some of that thick glass, man. He like a mason jaw. You know what I mean? Like, he ain't no champagne glass and nothing like that. It ain't gonna be that easy.
No, he ain't the champagne glass, but he that vase glass, goddamn. that vase glass your mama had in the house. That motherfucker, that vase glass, you be like, oh shit, don't drop that motherfucking vase though. My mama gonna kick my ass.
Oh man, hey, but he killing
that
lately,
old
man.
vase glass.
He killing lately, man. Lakers looking good. Hey, that 4-5 spot though. If it end up being Suns Clippers, man, Sheldon, you said earlier, man, you think the Clippers would beat the Suns in the first round.
I think they will too.
All right, so PG-13 is injured. He messed his ankle up. He gonna be coming back probably.
I never believed in PG-13.
Oh, okay, that's why I'm getting it. So he's
but I do believe in Kawhi.
He's hurt, so he got to come back and get ready for the playoffs. I don't think he'll be back before to play the last game, so he might not show up.
Who?
Let's say I'm talking about PG-13. Let's say if they lucky he shows up game 1. That's possible, right?
There's two things.
So you got these guys
that I don't believe in. I don't believe that KD is 100% right now.
Really?
And I think that's going to be the ultimate. Chris Paul is 107 years old out there still trying to play basketball. God bless him. And the only person they got is my man. What's my light-skinned man name?
Devin Booker.
Booker. That's all they. I mean, he's kind of on his own, bro.
I think I could be more than Devin
KD
Booker
ain't
than
100%
Devin
healthy.
I'm gonna go out the limb. I think Devin Booker is overrated.
No, I don't.
Oh,
I think he's
God.
a real deal. I think he's a real deal.
Oh my God.
He's definitely the real deal, man. Like Devin Booker's a real deal.
Oh my God.
And Devin Booker actually plays defense. So let me respond.
Oh shit.
I don't think Eric. I don't think Kevin Durant is not 100%. I think he feels good, man. The last game I just saying he's moving great, right? So I don't think Kevin Durant's not hurt, but we know for a fact PG-13 is hurt. So he's probably going to not be 100%. And the one thing I don't like about teams going into the playoffs, no matter how much talent they got, if I never seen you hit your stride during a regular season, like Brooklyn last year never hit their stride really. There was always up and down. Like, they started without Kyrie, and then Harden never got healthy, and KD had to play lights out for them to get a win, and then sometimes it didn't work, and then KD got hurt and they lost like 11 straight games, and then they brought Kyrie back and they started winning again. Then there's just so much stuff going on with Brooklyn. That's how I feel like the Clippers are, because of the injuries. Kawhi and Paul George not starting the season, and then Kawhi coming back and he can't play back-to-backs, and then PG-13 get hurt. Like, they've been up and down. They make a trade, they got John Wall, they get rid of John Wall. Like, so much stuff was going on. They never hit a stride. You're not going to find your stride in the playoffs. So the Clippers, I think they're in more of a desperate, dire situation than the Suns are. So I think the Suns get them in their first round. What y'all think about it?
I don't know, man. I'm still on KD ain't 100%. I just don't think he's 100%. I think he plays totally different when he's 100%. I think he go all out when he's 100%. I think he plays hesitant when he's hurt.
You didn't see him last game.
That's one game, bro. We talking about the playoffs.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm trying to figure out where you get what evidence you're using to say he's not 100%.
What injury did he have? He had an ACL, right?
No. He twisted his ankle.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so he's back from the ankle twist.
Yeah. He sat out 3 weeks.
The injuries, man. If KD stay healthy, they got a chance. and Booker play like Booker play, but I just don't. I think they need one more, and I don't think it's CP3. I think they had their chance. I think it's past.
I agree. I think they missed the opportunity to add more defense and wing scoring. And I thought they could have done it without a trade. They could have just went and got Melo and Dwight Howard. They're both in shape. They're both veterans. They both proven guys. I would have loved to have Melo coming off the bench doing work for them, and I would have loved for Dwight Howard to be backing up DeAndre Ayton. That way you always have rim protection. You always have shot blocking, all that stuff. But they didn't go do that. And then to be honest with you, I would want more insurance for CP3 at point guard. So I probably would have went and got someone probably like Rondo, right? I would have went and got 3 veterans to add to my squad. So I think if they would have done that, I would have felt better about picking Phoenix. But I think they're missing too much depth. I don't think they have it.
Yeah, I'm my thing about KD though is because he's getting older, bro. And so he's a little bit more injury prone than he was before.
Mm-hmm.
So I get it that he probably back from the ankle injury, because the ankle injury ain't probably as big of a deal as an ACL, but I just don't see him. He still plays at a high level, don't get me wrong. But I just don't see him. I think he plays a little. I don't know if he's curious about re-injuring something. I just don't see him go all out like he used to.
Yeah, he let the game come to him, and he playing a different game. And he playing the game Jordan was playing when he was 35. You know what I mean? You ain't got to go all out. You got young books like Booker to do that for you.
But Booker, I don't think Booker can do it by himself. I think they actually need a no live all-star point guard. And CP3 just ain't that.
You don't think he can rev it back up for one more run?
Nah, man. I think, like I said, that time they went to the finals, I think that was his time to finally get over the hump and win one. But I honestly think it just passed him by, bro.
Well, next year, if it don't work, next year Kyrie coming.
Oh shit. Oh man.
I already see it coming, man. Kyrie gonna be in Phoenix, bro.
He might go. I mean, I see it, but if I was KD, I'd never play with Kyrie again.
I don't think that's gonna happen, man.
Why not?
I think we have to focus on what happens more with LeBron James in this playoffs run, because he's getting older. He want to play with his son. He want to team up with Draymond Green, and Kyrie. It's evident that he needs LeBron, and LeBron needs him. I think they're gonna find a way to how to get to merge together. I see LeBron and Kyrie somewhere.
Yeah, I see them getting back together before I see that happening, going to Phoenix.
Yeah, depending on how the playoff goes with the Lakers, because I think they sold on D'Angelo Russell. I don't think LeBron is sold on the Lakers.
Yeah, I think,
especially if they have a bad playoff run.
I think the Lakers are sold on D'Angelo Russell as a smokescreen. Right. So D'Angelo Russell can go ahead. I don't know if this is final year of his contract, but if it is, hey man, we sold on you. We want to keep you here. He go sign that 2-3 year deal, and then he gonna be part of that package in that sign and trade with Kyrie to Dallas. D'Angelo Russell gonna be in Dallas on the next thing smoking. Kyrie gonna be in LA. But I think it's a 50-50 shot. I think it's a possibility. Right. Now, I don't think Phoenix will work out a sign and trade deal for Kyrie. So if Kyrie goes to Phoenix, he gonna be leaving Dallas as a free agent, right? But I think the Lakers would have to make some moves on their roster to bring him in. So it'll probably be a sign and trade involved. So whichever one gets worked out is easier. I think Kyrie go try to explore both of them, and I disagree. I think Kevin Durant and Kyrie never had any issues or no problems, and he would love to bring him in. As a matter of fact, when he first put the trade request in, Phoenix tried to give Brooklyn CP3 for Kyrie, and then Dallas came in with a better.
Say it again.
Yeah, when Kyrie Irving first requested the trade from Brooklyn, Phoenix was one of the teams that was trying to get him.
I mean, they was gonna give
CP3.
Who's gonna get CP3?
Brooklyn for Kyrie.
Shit, I would have made that trade.
Well,
true.
the trade that Dallas offered him was way better. I mean, the trade that Dallas offered him was way better. They got Dort because remember they was thinking that if they get enough pieces that they can convince KD to stay, even though they sent his boy away. So they tried to get Dorian Finney-Smith, Dinwiddie, draft picks. They got all that, and it was like, all right, KD, what you think? And KD was like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm good, man.
KD, I told you, man, KD's the biggest sensitive player in the league, man. I don't even understand.
Where's the sensitivity though? That's just me. That's just me telling you.
I want sensitive like that. He's sensitive, bro. I don't understand.
He said, "I want to play with Kyrie."
I think all players are sensitive. I think.
Well, KD outright shows it. He outright shows he's sensitive. I would have never left Golden State. He had about 5 championships by now.
I mean, I agree.
I would have never left Golden State.
I agree. He would have had some.
I wouldn't have cared what Draymond said. I wouldn't have been like, yeah, man, whatever, bro.
Yeah, I mean, but I think he thought it was too easy, man. Like, oh, man, we getting like, like he got to accept the new challenge, man. He wanted something new.
He's no longer the guy, though, bro. He had his time. It's over, bro. You gotta, get in where you fit in, dog.
I don't know. That's tough, man.
At some point in your career, you got to be like, dog, I'm not Jordan. I'm not good as LeBron. I'm a good player.
What?
I'm a good player, but I'm not. I can't be the centerpiece. The pressure's too much for me because I'm too sensitive. My mother should have hugged me more or something. I don't know.
I don't agree with none of that. The
bro,
dude already.
Bro, how you gonna leave? Because what's his name? Draymond Green talk shit to you. And he admitted it, like, yeah, that had something to do with why I left. Bro, how you come on, man.
Eric, you gotta listen to the whole thing.
I listened to the whole thing, bro. I don't understand it.
You gotta listen to the whole thing. That
was an undefeatable team.
Right. And what's the challenge in that? What's the challenge in staying with a team that can't be beat?
Bro, he ain't the guy to come in, take the team, be the leader in the locker room and say, this is how we need to do it. That's not him. He's too nice.
That's not nobody. Who shows up?
LeBron does it every year.
Who shows up to a team and say that's how we need to do it and change the whole like something's already built there. Like LeBron is going places where nothing's built.
Bro, LeBron went in a crack house, got some crackheads, put him on the first years he was in the league, and was going to the finals. Nobody want to talk about that.
So what you're saying is it was necessary for him to try to create something in Cleveland. What you're asking, what you're saying KD should have done is showed up to the Warriors and changed everything around. No, not
the Warriors, because he already lost my respect when he left the damn OKC.
Okay.
So he went over there to the Warriors. Okay, he got his championships. So I think once he got the championships, then he was like, okay, I'm cool. I think he was actually cool there. And then him and Draymond got into it. Then he got in his feelings about that. Because Draymond said, homie, we didn't need you. We was good before you even got here. And he was right. Because they won championships before he got there. So then they won some more championships. But what I don't think he gets is like, that was the perfect situation for him because of the way they play the game. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, but he had already made he already had conversations with Kyrie Irving prior to that, and they had already talked about playing with each other when they was playing on Team USA.
I get it.
When Kyrie and KD played on Team USA, they became really good friends, and they was already having conversations about playing together. Where were we going to go?
Both of them can go play with LeBron, learn how to be a leader. They can come to the Lakers, both of them together, and learn how to be leaders. And then we'll send them back out to go do whatever they do. But
they're too old. They're too
old for
that.
Not the guy. Kyrie's not the guy. Kyrie ain't no leader.
Hold on. What is the guy? What define that?
Bruh, Jordan was the guy. The guy right behind it's on your wall right there. I see it. I'm pointing to it.
Yeah.
Jordan was that guy. Kobe was that guy.
Right.
Why? For as long as we talk about basketball, we always gonna talk about Jordan. We're gonna talk about Kobe. We're gonna talk about Magic. We're gonna talk about Larry Bird.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, if we really keep going, we can go, Will Chamberlain, all the rest of them. But the reality is, the reason they were those guys, because they can go on a squad, take the leadership role, and take the team to where it needs to go. You don't think Jordan was in the locker room when the Bulls, when he was losing all them damn, couldn't get past the playoff, get past the first, second round of the playoff? You don't think he was in there like, hey man, I need this, I need that?
Oh, you're talking about a vocal leader.
That's the only kind of leader it is. How you gonna be a quiet leader?
I'm just asking. So you saying the guy that is the vocal person in the locker room,
not just the vocal person, the actual star of the team. Like when you go, you go buy your ticket, you're going to go see Jordan play.
So who are all those guys currently playing in the league now?
Well, you got LeBron.
Okay, all right, one. Who else?
You got John Morant.
You think John Morant is there? Okay, cool. All right,
he's the guy for that team.
Okay, and it has led to what?
He can't do it by himself. So
no. We gotta measure them the same way you measure KD. You said you have to be that vocal guy, the best player, and you have to lead them to a championship. So the only names I want to hear is the guys who are that what you described, the guy that has led them to a championship. So we got LeBron. Who else?
You got Steph Curry.
Draymond Green is the vocal guy in the locker room. Steph Curry don't say nothing.
Bro, come on now.
No, Steph Curry don't say. Sheldon, am I right or wrong? Sheldon, who's the guy in the locker room for that team?
Who's the star of the team?
For the Warriors.
Who's the star of the team on the Warriors?
Steph Curry.
It's not Steph Curry at all. Yeah, it's Draymond.
I think Draymond.
100%. 100%.
Draymond just vocal.
No,
Draymond just vocal.
What you think Steph said to Draymond?
To go see Draymond Green play.
No,
I think Steph all has to do is show up. I think Draymond Green he sets the tone for that team on both ends of the floor.
Right. So you see
in the locker room.
Right. So you see the double standard. So we're putting a requirement on Kevin Durant that we didn't even put up. We didn't even put on Steph Curry.
Bro, Kevin Durant ain't gonna say nothing about nothing.
And neither is Steph Curry.
He's not gonna lead nothing. He just want to go out there and play basketball.
So who led the OKC Thunder to the finals?
Him and Westbrook.
So Kevin Durant did do it then, huh?
Him and West. How long ago was that? Then what happened when he lost?
No, but he did it. But he did it though.
In his feelings.
They ran it back.
What happened? Did OKC ever win, bro?
No, they didn't win. They played the Miami Big Three.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How many games were they up on Golden State where they should have won the game?
The same way that Golden State was up on Cleveland and Cleveland beat them.
I get it, but my point was, then what he do? He left that next year where they possibly had a chance to go back.
But Draymond, the leader of the Warriors, came and begged Kevin Durant to come join them because they couldn't beat Kyrie Irving and LeBron James.
And then what happened? He got sensitive. He came there a couple years, won some championships. Then what happened? He got sensitive.
And then he wanted to go create his own thing.
Bro, he's not that guy. That's what I keep telling you.
But when I ask you what that guy is,
why you keep fighting for the guy and he's not the guy?
When I ask you who that guy is, you only can name me LeBron. So nobody in the league is that guy except LeBron.
No, every team got a guy. Every team got a guy.
Okay, but the guy that they got is not necessarily their best player.
Giannis is the guy in Milwaukee.
Okay, that's one. That's two. Because we're not gonna count Steph Curry.
I gotta name all the teams. Every team that you talk about. Every fan got a guy that they going in there to go get a ticket and buy the ticket to go see that guy play.
Oh, well, that was Kevin Durant. Every year he been in the league.
Oh Lord, I won't disagree with that. What I'm saying is, are we talking about Kevin Durant winning championships? I'm not talking about him just playing. I think to validate himself, he needs to win a championship.
He already got
and the reason he can't win the championship because he's sensitive, and what he should do is go to a team that already got everything in place, just like they had in Golden State. Then he'll get some more championships.
Eric, the evidence that you're using don't exist for what you're trying to say.
Lord, hold
on. But you just
won
told
two championships in Golden State.
Oh, okay. So you're saying that he has to have a team like Golden State to win?
Yeah, to win, yes.
Who? Eric, this is
I know
crazy.
You got a headache.
So
it's cool. Don't worry about it.
If this dude went to
I got 800
OKC
ibuprofens over here right for you.
He went to OKC Thunder as a 20-year-old coming out of Texas. He only played 1 year at Texas as a freshman.
Melvin.
He showed a hold on.
Now, as a former chief petty officer, you're making a lot of excuses right now.
Ain't no excuses. I'm just giving you the facts. I'm just giving you the facts. If you go to OKC Thunder as a 20-year-old and in 3 years you're in the finals, right? You're in the finals.
Okay, I'm with you.
You're showing me that you can lead. You're showing me that you can perform on the court, and you showing me you can get your team to the promised land. Unfortunately for him, he faced a better team in the Miami Heat Big Three, right? He didn't win it, right?
Mm-hmm.
He left and went to the Warriors. A lot of people think that's a black eye on his legacy because the Warriors was already good before he got there.
Okay, the same thing I'm saying.
However, you can't deny his performance. You can't deny what he did on the court for those 82 games for 3 straight years and what he done in the playoffs and in the finals. You can't deny that.
Okay, I'm just ask this question. I'll let it go. What did he do when he got by himself?
Deny it, though.
Say again.
Go ahead, say it again.
No, I'm saying I think you could deny KD's performance in because he went to a scenario where it was easy for him. His game just fit right with. He went to the perfect team. It was just a perfect situation. There was no challenge. Like you go in a situation where there's no challenge. It's like me. If I play a little, if I put a. Let me not say that. It's like me playing a kid, man. It's like I got the advantage. I'm my size. I'm bigger. Like I think KD went to a scenario where it was easy for him. It was just little to no adjustment needed.
So
it just fits. It just fits for that roster.
So the Golden State Warriors are so good that Kevin Durant didn't even have a challenge when he joined them. Does Steph Curry have a challenge, or is it easy for Steph Curry right now?
The way the team is the way the Golden State is structured. When everybody's healthy, can go. And you know this too. Can go out there and pretty much win a championship against anybody.
Really? You think that?
You don't believe that?
I mean, I seen them lose.
I said when healthy.
That was healthy against Cleveland.
Bro, now they was playing. First of all, they was playing the GOAT, LeBron. They were playing the GOAT, LeBron. Kyrie Irving hit a motherfucking shot that was so goddamn good. I don't even I can't even explain no shit like that. They played physical with Golden State, and that particular game they just got them.
Okay,
but don't make it seem like it was a walk in the park.
And guess what?
But them to beat Golden State.
And guess what? They knew they beat them. They knew they had to face that same squad the next season. Who chances you like Cleveland? They
right.
Knew,
I got that. But who
hold on, back up, Eric. Back up. When they beat Cleveland, was Cleveland healthy?
Yeah, but we talking about. You talking about the next year?
No, the first year when Golden State got their first ring, was Cleveland healthy?
When Golden State got their first ring,
right? Was Cleveland healthy?
I'm gonna answer that politically. I don't think no team is healthy.
No, stop. It's a difference. It's a difference for someone playing on a hurt toe, and you not having your second and third best player in the lineup. That's a totally different thing. So I'm gonna answer that question. The Cavs was not healthy. Kevin Love got hurt the series before the finals, and Kyrie Irving got hurt the first game of the finals.
I got it, bro.
So they beat. So hold on. So they beat a team that wasn't healthy. When both teams was healthy, the next year, Cleveland walked them down from 3-1 and sent them home crying. They knew that they couldn't come back and beat Cleveland the next year, so they went and got Kevin Durant He went and got Kevin Durant.
Can we just be honest though?
I'm
It
being
wasn't
honest.
a walk in the park for Cleveland the year that they won.
It wasn't a walk in the park for Golden State the year that they won against a team that didn't have their number 2 and number 3.
Oh my God, bro! Kevin Durant with Golden State was unbeatable team.
I agree.
With everybody healthy, they was unbeatable.
I agree.
It wasn't gave a fuck who you.
But hold on. But we know for a fact the Warriors wasn't unbeatable.
And the East wasn't the East like the East is now.
The Warriors were not unbeatable without Kevin Durant. So adding Kevin Durant made the Warriors unbeatable.
Exactly.
Right?
I'm
okay.
That's what I'm saying.
That goes to the greatness of Kevin Durant.
No. What I'm saying is,
if the team is beatable without him, but unbeatable with him, that goes to the greatness of Kevin Durant, not the greatness of the Warriors.
Okay. What has Kevin Durant done since he left?
Sat out a year for Achilles injury.
Okay.
Came back, dominated. Went to the second round. Lost his number 2 and his number 3, just like LeBron James did when he lost to Golden State. Lost his number 2 and number 3 in the playoffs, and lost in the game 7 to Giannis.
His whole life.
Hold on, you asked me what he did. Lost in the game 7 against the team that won the finals. The next year came back. Was the year that the COVID year that Kyrie didn't play, and then Harden get traded, and just stuff happened like that. But
so, bro, you gave me a laundry list of excuses.
What's LeBron? What has LeBron done since the bubble?
You gave me a laundry list.
What has LeBron done since the bubble?
What is bro? It was the bubble. God damn.
No, what has he done since the bubble? It's been 3 years.
3 different teams and won championships and all of them. What else he got to do?
What did he do the year before the bubble and the 3 years after the bubble?
Can I ask you a question?
No. I answered your question. Answer mine. What did LeBron do the year before AD came to the Lakers and they had the bubble, and the 3 years after?
Okay, you talking about when he was hurt? When he
was hurt, here come the excuses. Bring them on.
The man already got 4 championships, Melvin. What else he got to do?
And KD already got 2.
Oh my God! And on an all-star team.
Oh, what kind of team was Miami Heat?
Oh shit. Okay, that was hey, I ain't gonna lie to you. That was the years I wasn't fucking with LeBron.
Okay.
But when he came back to Cleveland,
he still had to go to Miami and develop that and build that.
Bill, hold on. Bill, what? Wait. Pat Riley had already had that built. Don't play. If Pat Riley showed up and built championship pedigree in Miami. LeBron didn't build that.
The greatest player in the world.
LeBron didn't build that. But hold on. Since you don't want to answer my question, here's what he did. And we got to get on another topic and end it. But
all right.
LeBron James show up, no AD, no playoffs.
Right, he got hurt that year. He was hurt that year.
Trade the whole team. Get AD in.
Okay.
They go in the bubble. They win a bubble tournament. Mind you, knowing what we know about AD,
that was harder than the real thing.
No, I'm gonna explain to you why not. You just told me AD was made out of glass.
He is.
Do you think that he is? Do you think in 2020, if they played 82 games and went straight to the playoffs, that AD was going to be available?
I don't know.
You don't know. You don't know. But
what if KD done since leaving the All-Star team?
No. So no playoffs the first year. Bubble ring that they wouldn't have got because AD.
It's a ring.
Listen, AD benefited by playing in a tournament without no real season, so he didn't have an opportunity to get hurt. So y'all benefited from that. But ever since then, what did y'all do? First round exit to Phoenix. No playoffs, no playoffs. This dude done missed the playoffs 3 times with the Lakers, and the first round exit with them 1 time. So if you want to ask me what KD has done since he left the Warriors, what has LeBron done?
LeBron got 4 rings. Play with 3 different teams, got 4 rings.
But you didn't count Kevin Durant's 2 with the super team, so we're not going to count.
They won when he left.
We're not going to count the Miami Heat.
They still won when he left.
LeBron got 2 rings, a bubble ring and a real one.
No, we ain't gonna put no name on the rings. He got 4 rings.
He got 2. He's got 2. He's got a bubble ring. He's got a bubble
Kyrie
ring.
should have got the shot.
Hey, if we not counting KD's two, we can't count the two that LeBron got.
No,
with the
I'm not
Super Bowl.
saying don't count it. I'm saying this is all I'm saying. And then I'll let it go and y'all go. But all I'm saying is KD needs to be in a situation like Golden State to get another championship. That's all I'm saying. KD's a great player. He's just not a person that's going to go in and develop a team and be the leader and push them to the next level. He needs where all the pieces are in place to win the championship. That's all I'm saying.
I just don't like to discredit it with the bubble ring. I think that's some of the best basketball I saw. In the
I don't know why they call it the bubble ring. Everybody's still hating on man. God, boy, they hate on LeBron so bad.
Bubble, but y'all know it's a bubble ring though.
It's not a such thing as a bubble ring, bro. He can't help it. That's
he got the ring in the bubble, brother. He got the ring in the bubble. Eric, he got the ring in the bubble. You know AD wasn't gonna hold up that whole season.
I hate to say it, but it's probably true. It's probably true. I can't even lie. It might be true. But hell, he got the ring. Man. Fuck it. Shit. Fuck it. He got the ring. Yeah.
Hey man, let's do Dallas real quick, man. 5-10 minutes we can spend on Dallas, man. What's going on with them, bro? I'm gonna let the Kyrie hater go first. Go ahead, Sheldon. I know you got something bad to say about Kyrie. What's going on in Dallas?
I actually like Kyrie, man. Hold on. Yeah, I actually like Kyrie, man. I think with his stance, I kind of gained a lot of respect for Kyrie Irving. You know what he went through throughout the whole COVID, and so I was actually rooting for Kyrie to be successful. I just don't think. I think him and Luka is two different players. Luka, he's just a slow pace. He want to stretch he just want to just take his time. Kyrie want to push the ball. I think when you got those two dynamics on the same team, it just don't work in the same offense. Unless they want to do like a Westbrook and one come off the bench, where you don't want to pay Kyrie all that money to come off the bench. I just don't think it works. I don't think Mark Cuban really thought it out. He just thought Kyrie, I'm able to get Kyrie. Let me go get it. But it just don't. Luka needs to adjust his game for that scenario to work.
What's wrong with his game? Like, is it so? For me personally, what I believe is going on with Dallas is what was going on before Kyrie got there. I think that the offense that they're running is the same offense that James Harden ran in Houston. I think it's the same offense that Westbrook ran in OKC. Right. And, they both was averaging almost a triple-double in that offense because they was doing everything. And if you see Luka, he's almost averaging a triple-double as well because he's doing everything. Now,
right.
That's not a good formula for success and winning when you got one player doing everything, especially when that one player is barely in shape and is going to wear down by the time the playoffs get here. And then you're not even requiring that one player to play a lick of defense. And you're making all his teammates stand on offense and watch him dribble the ball, but then on defense they got to play defense for him.
You want me to tell you what's wrong with Dallas?
Go ahead.
Every motherfucker. Hey, I just watched them motherfuckers play the other night, bro. They had a chance to win the game. All the motherfucker had to do was make 2 free throws. This nigga missed. Nigga made one and missed one. JaVale
McGee and Christian Wood both had a chance to win in at the free throw line.
Mm-hmm. That's why I said every goddamn thing. How the fuck you can't make a free throw?
Yeah, but you can't lose the game at the last second. It was some other things that probably went wrong that they didn't do right. And
Kyrie scored 41 points, so it ain't Kyrie.
Yeah.
Why Luka tried to take a goddamn 3-pointer at the end, I still never understand that shit. They had everything to go to win. It's like they trying to lose the shit. How do I lose this shit? Hold on. Don't worry about it, ref. I'll fuck it up. Wait, give me a second.
Bro, is that offense, man? Is they got the first and foremost, man. You can't be my slowest player on the team in most cases and be my point guard. Luka has to stop trying to be LeBron and stop trying to dictate the offense and be the leading scorer. You got to choose one. Do you want to be a pure point guard and play like CP3, or do you want to be a scorer and play like Paul Pierce? Just pick one. I don't care which one you do, but what's the point of you doing both? If it's not just to pad your stats, like why are you doing both when you have a pure point guard? You have a point guard in Kyrie that's capable. Like Kyrie can do either. He can be a point guard to set everybody up, or he can be a shooter, or not a shooter, but a scorer to play off the ball. But why you got the smaller 6'1" Kyrie Irving playing off the ball like a shooting guard, and then you got 6'8", 230 pounds running the point that's slow? What's the purpose? It's just the dumbest thing in the world, man. Take him off the ball, give Kyrie the point, or get a pure point guard that's big. Like that. That's what they need to do. That their point guard needs to be an athletic point guard that's a pass first point guard that can also play defense. That way, with him and Kyrie in the lineup together, Kyrie don't have to guard the bigger twos. He don't have to guard Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum. He can guard the point guard, and the point guard on offense can actually guard the big two guard, right? You get what I'm saying? So I'm trying to think who that is. I think Malcolm Brogdon would work. He's a 6'4" point guard, so he can guard twos and play the point, but he's not looking for a shot. He can set everybody up, and Kyrie can be a scorer. And then Luka could also be a scorer like Paul Pierce was, right? So the dynamic that the Boston Big Three had with Rondo being a pass-first guy, Ray Allen being a shooter, and Paul Pierce being a scorer, they can have that, but they got to take Luka off the ball.
Yeah, I think they got to pick. Like I think you need to let Kyrie just do Kyrie, and like I said, like you said, put my man on the bench. And just let Kyrie do Kyrie, and then let him come in, like let them switch off or something. Cause
I ain't say put Luka on the bench. He's too good for that. Put him at the three.
He's not working as the point guard though. He's not.
He's not working at point guard. No,
he's not working at running point.
No, but he will work at three. He will work at the three.
He'll work at the three. He'll work at the three. But I'm saying if you're not going to use him as a three, they're going to let him get a break and let Kyrie do his thing, because Kyrie is going to do Kyrie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyrie's going to do Kyrie. So I mean, if you got to find a way to mold that all together. Yeah. You got to find a way to mold that all together. But they can't do nothing right now.
They can't do nothing. Because they don't have the pieces they need to actually implement a better system. But
and Jason Kidd over there just looking light skinned. He don't even know what the fuck. I think J Kidd want to get away from Luka Ball, but he couldn't. Like I think Rick Carlisle wanted to get away from Luka Ball, and that ended up making him lose his job for trying to fight that fight. Jason Kidd got to see the way they playing now and say something got to change.
Yeah, I think that's why Kyrie's there. He was like, look, we got to get off this Luka Ball, man. He's showing up every year out of shape, and we want to run our offense and let him dictate every single thing. Like he plays no defense and he's out of shape. Nah, man. Yeah.
He's a good player though, but he can't.
He's a phenomenal player. Yeah, he's a phenomenal player, but he ain't my point guard. I just ain't about to have it, man.
He's kind of like KD, man. You got to have all the furniture and everything already at the building before he got there and go down there and live in the place. He can't just.
Hey, look.
You can't expect him to goddamn go in there and put furniture in now.
You know what I hear from LeBron fans the most? You have to give LeBron shooters. LeBron needs shooters. LeBron needs shooters. That's all they say. Every time LeBron lose, every time LeBron ain't having a good season, man, LeBron needs shooters. He's the most neediest superstar I ever met. He need that. What do he need? He needs shooters. He needs defenders. He needs lob threats. He needs super teams. He needs good GMs.
The man's damn near 40 trying to play basketball, man. God damn. Fuck, man. Who played longer than him? Shit,
Charles Barkley said, man.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with that motherfucker shaking right now. Like, God damn.
Charles Barkley said, man, the LeBron want all the good players? Like, golly, man. Yeah, man. It's a wrap for your boy, man. He lost that GOAT debate, man. He ain't even passed Kobe yet, man.
Nah,
but
man.
I got him at number 5.
Hey, even your best sports analysts say he's still number 2.
I got him at number 5.
I got him at number 1.
Actually, I got LeBron on number 1 too.
Yeah, he's number 1.
I don't know. It's kind of hurt. It's kind of hurt me because this game is declining, man. It's like, man, it's going to come to an end soon.
Yeah.
I just watching him play. He just don't have. He has sparks to explosion, but he just.
Yeah.
I think he needs to dumb that down and just straight focus on shooting.
The writing is on the wall when the offense moves away from you and they start playing better. Like when they start running it through AD, the Lakers took off. That's a good sign. Right. It's time. Your time is over, big dog. But KD's still going strong, man. It's interesting that y'all got him number 1 over 2 players who's better than him. Like Kobe and Michael Jordan are obvious better players.
I don't think Kobe.
Kobe was just another Michael Jordan, bro.
Right, and Michael Jordan's the best. He's the best player. So if Kobe is a duplicate, Kobe is a duplicate of that.
Nobody has done what LeBron has done during his career.
So what you saying is when you talk about the GOAT, you're not talking about the player. You're talking about the resume.
I mean, if you go and apply for a job, would the job say, would the job say,
Yeah, hey.
Let me see your resume.
Right. You ever seen somebody's resume?
Because every time y'all bring up Jordan, all y'all bring up is the 6 rings.
No, not me. When I bring up Jordan, I actually start talking
I'm
about.
I'm not talking about
basketball.
you. I'm just saying in general.
I'm just talking about basketball when I bring Jordan up.
Okay.
And I think Jordan. So this is how I look at it, and then I'll let y'all go, and then we'll end it. This is how I look at the GOAT conversation, right? For me, my first thing I look at is who the better player is, and I'm not looking at points, resume, and then I'm just looking at what I can observe with my eyes and who the better player is. I want to see what you can do, what you can't do, what your weaknesses are, how many weaknesses you have, all that stuff. I'm looking at who the most complete player to me, and the most complete player I've seen play is Michael and Kobe, right? So they already got that part. Then I start looking at accomplishments and resumes, and even though I think Kobe is the second best player I ever seen, Kareem's resume is so crazy stacked that I can't put Kobe over him just because he's a better player, because Kareem is just as good as Kobe, almost, right? Kobe's better, but Kareem is right there, and then his resume blows Kobe's resume out of the water. So I put Kareem at number 2, and then I put Kobe at 3, and then at 4 and 5 I start debating Wilt, LeBron, Bill Russell, Magic, and Bird. Like I between 4 and 5, I really haven't sat down and figured out who my 4 and 5 is between all those guys.
So when did Kareem start winning championships?
I mean, shortly after he joined the league.
I'm saying,
I think Kareem.
What components did he have to win championships? I'm just asking.
Just him and Oscar Robertson.
Okay.
I think we got to take Kareem out of this. I don't think he.
No, Kareem resume is stupid, man. His resume.
The reason I don't go and do Kareem and all them, because they was not in my era. So I wasn't watching basketball,
but
in '81.
He was also playing. He was also playing against construction workers. I'm not buying.
Not Kareem. No, come on, Kareem. Come on, man.
We're not going. Hey, Oscar Robertson is one of the greatest players that ever played the game. What are we talking about right now?
What number you got? What number you got, Oscar?
Hey, Oscar Robertson is one of them. He's like one of them players that we don't even talk about, but he was that good during his era.
Yeah. What number? What you got him ranked at?
Who? Oscar Robertson?
Yeah.
He's probably in the top 10 somewhere. I can't even
top 10.
Yeah, he's probably in the top 10. But I got to go through a whole list of people just to even get over there to Oscar Robertson. But he had Magic. Did he have Magic Johnson?
He had Magic, yep, as a rookie before his prime.
Okay, but that's what made Magic a superstar, right?
What?
Kareem got hurt. Magic came in, led him to the title. Correct?
Well, no, he played one game without Kareem.
But that got him. That game won the championship, though, right?
Nah, Kareem came back the next game. It was like a crucial, like a game 3 or something like that.
It was a crucial game, though, right?
Of course.
But now, how do we look at Magic Johnson? He's one of the greatest point guards to ever play the game.
Yeah, but not just from that series, but because what he did after Kareem retired as well. Like that, he went to 8 finals and won 5 or won 4 or 5.
Right.
So
right.
Magic was dominating from the word go.
I get you, but now let's go to LeBron. LeBron went in there and took what was it, the 2004?
That when he got drafted.
Maybe
he probably got drafted.
Maybe it was 2006. I might be.
Nah, wrong. I think it was probably 4 when he got drafted.
It might one of them years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where he didn't have no help, and he took the team to the finals.
No, he didn't go to the finals as a rookie. He didn't make the playoffs.
No. I'm not saying as a rookie. I'm saying when he went to the finals, when he was new in the league.
Yeah.
He took the team to the finals. He didn't have nobody.
I wouldn't say he didn't have nobody.
He had him.
No, that's not true.
Oh my God.
That's not true. He had Big Z. Big Z's an all-star.
Oh Lord, bro, have you ever talked about Big Z?
You didn't know Big Z was all? Yeah, I have. Because
have you ever talked about Big? Has anybody ever talked about Big Z?
Because he got drafted number 1 to Cleveland. Big Z was a big deal.
Oh shit. Okay.
Big Z is a cold player. The only thing happened to Big Z is he had foot surgeries and kind of like how Embiid when he first started his career and he kept having those little foot injuries. The same thing happened to Big Z.
The man came out of
I'm not gonna let you.
bro.
I'm not gonna let you do Big Z like that. Big Z was an all-star. Big Z was an all-star. Mo Williams was an
all-star. Came out of here with a nigga named Big Z. Nobody knows this nigga.
All right, so let me ask you this.
Nobody's ever mentioned it.
Hey, look, just for fun, I'm gonna do this for you. I'm about to undress you real quick. What year did he go to the finals? His first finals.
That's what I'm at. I said it was either 2004, maybe 2004 or 2006. I can't remember.
No, he didn't. It definitely wasn't 04 because that's when he got drafted. He didn't.
I thought he got drafted in 03.
It might have been, but he definitely didn't go to he didn't make the playoffs his first 2 or 3 seasons he was in the league. Guess who did make the playoffs?
Who made the playoffs, man?
Carmelo Anthony, Dwayne Wade. Both of them dudes made the playoffs.
Hold on, I'm about to find it right now.
It was 07 when he went.
Oh, my bad. 07. I thought it was 06, 07 season. My bad.
So 07. And let's go through the teams.
So let's see who we had in 07. Let's see who we had. Who was the Cleveland? Who was the Cleveland Cavaliers in 07?
Yeah, but Cleveland Cavaliers was a horrible franchise. Without, like, you can't compare where Carmelo went and got drafted versus with.
Wait, Sheldon.
Thank you for calling.
Sheldon. Cleveland was in the lottery just like Denver was in the lottery. That means both teams was trash.
Yeah, but I understand that. But there's circumstances to being a bad team. I think when Dwayne Wade headed into Miami, we all know Miami have a strong structure. Like with Pat Riley there, and you could speak the same for Denver. Versus the Cleveland Cavaliers, that's a horrible owner. They just don't have no structure. Even now, they got a decent team, but their foundation is not solid. So I think that counts.
But hold on. We're talking about Denver. When has Denver ever been anything before Melo?
I mean, they have flashes.
What you mean they had flashes? Okay, so let's do the math. I have a good idea. I'm old enough to know that Mark Price, Brad Daugherty, Hot Rod Williams, Gerald Wilkins, Ron Harper, Craig Elo. I happen to know that Cleveland was a big deal at one point. So Cleveland has been Cleveland has been relevant. When has Denver been relevant before Carmelo Anthony with a superstar?
Are you talking about the 80s Cavs?
That's the 90s. That's the 90s, bro. That's the 90s.
The early 90s?
That's the 90s.
I'm talking about the era. I'm talking about the era where LeBron got drafted.
Okay, so Denver was just as bad as Cleveland. They didn't have no playoff runs. So the team that Melo joined and showed up as he got picked number 3 and LeBron got picked number 1. They both went to bad teams. Melo turned his team around quicker because he was more ready for the pros, because he had already had a jump shot in the complete game, and they was in the playoffs the first year, and so was D Wade in the Miami Heat in the playoffs the first year. LeBron James missed the playoffs for 3 straight years. So let's not act like he showed up.
So you don't want to admit that he had a trash team in Cleveland and took him to the finals. Besides the nigga named Big Z.
What's the definition? Hold on, they had Antoine Jameson too, big dog.
Oh my God, dog! Come on, man.
Well, I
was with you. You pulled Antoine Jameson out your ass. Come on, man.
Nah, they ain't had Jameson on the squad. There was on the squad he was playing against. So I'm pulling up his first playoff visit, right? 2006, 2007 roster. I don't know if that's the year they went to the finals, right? The first team they played in the finals was the Washington Wizards, right?
Okay.
Now, when y'all say a trash squad, y'all got to give me a definition of what trash is.
Yeah, but Denver had the playoff experience.
Now,
they didn't go far.
Forget Denver. We talking about the teams that was in the East. So they had to face Gilbert Arenas and the Wizards. Did Gilbert Arenas have a trash squad?
No.
Did Gilbert Arenas have a trash squad?
Right. Did they have a trash squad?
They had Gilbert Arenas. Gilbert Arenas was an all-star player.
Okay, so let's match Gilbert Arenas to LeBron. Who's better, LeBron or Gilbert?
LeBron.
All right, so the best player on each team, we're already giving a nod to Cleveland, correct?
Correct.
Now, who else did you just said Antoine Jameson was trash? Who else did the Wizards have?
We're giving a nod to LeBron James, not Cleveland.
We're giving a nod to LeBron, right? So the best player already got a check for LeBron in Cleveland.
Okay.
Right. So I'm trying to figure out what your grading scale for what a trash squad
So let me
is.
ask you this question. This is where everybody gets this is why LeBron is great. LeBron did it all. LeBron facilitated the ball. LeBron can score. Really, I really say his spot is on the inside the 3-point line versus outside the 3-point line. But when you watch LeBron play that game, he did everything possible to win the game.
Hey, I ain't even on that. Let me, what? As a matter of fact, let me just put it on the screen. Let me just put it on the screen because y'all got to tell me what a trash squad is. Nobody has a definition of what a trash squad is.
I'm not going too much of the squad. I'm going more for organization.
No, no. We're not there yet. We'll get to that. Eric has to tell me what a trash squad is. What is a trash squad, Eric? What kind of squad is this right here?
Whose squad is that?
Don't even worry about it. What kind of squad is that?
Obviously, that's Gilbert Arenas, right?
Right.
So you saying his squad is trash?
I'm asking you what a definition of trash squad is.
LeBron took some motherfuckers we ain't never heard before besides Big Z.
Okay, so this squad right here, what do you judge that is?
Brendan Hayward was all right.
Wow, better than Big Z?
There you go, Big Z. This nigga keep calling Big Z. Ain't nobody heard of this dude.
Okay.
Except
everybody
know. And I know
you
researched it.
Everybody know who Ig Gaskins is.
Yeah, Karan Butler was trash.
Yeah, I just want you to give me your assessment because y'all know what trash is, and I'm telling y'all.
So can we just say this, that they had more experience. The Washington Wizards had a better squad put together to beat them. Is that what you want me to say?
No, I want you to tell me if that squad is trash.
This squad right here?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't see a lot of good players on this squad.
So by your definition, it's trash, just like LeBron's. That's what you're saying?
Right, but LeBron's was more trash.
How can it be more?
But I will say, I wasn't fucking with LeBron once he left Cleveland. I said that in the beginning.
Look, I'm just so this is my definition of trash, right? Because trash is gonna be relative to everything around you, right? So if
you kept bringing up Big Z though, you said like that was his favorite, like that was his number 2 was Big Z.
His number two was Mo Williams in that championship. That championship run.
How
Mo
do you
Williams was
expect
also
a
an
nigga
all-star.
motherfucker to win with a nigga named Mo Williams?
Mo Williams was also an all-star.
Nah, he was all right. That nigga was all right. That nigga was all right. He wasn't no all-star.
You forgot how horrible the East was at that point.
Right. So that, but but look, so Sheldon,
Mo Williams had to be all-star.
Sheldon, but that's my point though. If the East wasn't that good, right? So every team on the East had their let's just go for the playoff teams. Every team on the East had their best player or their all-star, right? And then they had some role players built around them. LeBron was the best, obviously the best player in the Eastern Conference. Not right. So his team already has an advantage because their best player is better than everybody else's best player. Everybody had just simple role players around them in the East. You just seen what Gilbert Arenas had around him.
Can I ask you a question?
LeBron had Big Z. He had Daniel Marshall. He had Eric Snow. He had Anderson Varejao. He had Daniel Gibson, Drew Gooden, Larry Hughes, Shannon Brown. That was his supporting cast. That's similar to every team that he beat. Gilbert Arenas had a team similar to that. Reggie Miller had a team similar to that. You know, just Eastern Conference. Iverson had a team similar to that. Like if you was on the East, it was you and role players, and that's why the East kept losing to the West because the West had powerhouses. They had two superstars. They had Shaq and Kobe. They had Duncan and Parker. It was always a 1-2 punch in the West. The East wasn't working like that. The East had one guy and role players, right? So it's not all that phenomenal that LeBron made it through all those role players to get to the West so he can get swept.
Yeah, I give you that. But my point is, when watching the game, I watched the effort that LeBron put into that game and clearly seen that he was the best player on the court. And that single-handedly, LeBron can take any team to the finals and possibly win. I didn't say he would win every time. I just said that he can possibly take any team and take them to the finals. Don't matter who's on the team.
But that's false because he only took one team that looked like that to the finals. Every other team.
Bro, how many times did Cleveland go to the playoffs? I mean, how many times did Cleveland go to the finals?
With a team like this, once.
How many times did Cleveland? When he came back, he got some role players. But when he came back, can you not say LeBron single-handedly dominated the game when they beat Golden State?
He had Kyrie Irving, bro. Dude, he didn't go back to the finals with a team like this.
Mel, we got to start admitting that LeBron made Kyrie Irving. Please,
somebody tell
LeBron.
Hold on. What's your definition of making somebody? What's your definition of making somebody?
Somebody tell.
He developed. He just know how to work with the kid. He know how to get the best out of him.
But hold on, Sheldon.
I don't think
Kyrie Irving was an all-star before LeBron showed up.
Yeah, forget about it, but he wasn't a champion.
No, but he was an all-star before he showed up. That's not the definition of making someone. If that's the case, Wade made LeBron.
Yeah, I said that earlier. I said LeBron didn't know how to win the championship until he got with Wade.
So Wade made LeBron.
Okay, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
LeBron was already LeBron before he got to Wade. Now,
Wade knew that if he got LeBron, that they could come win some more championships. Am I correct?
Yeah.
If LeBron didn't meet up with Wade, he would never knew how to win a championship.
No, possibly.
Oh, that's the truth.
Possibly. I think the bigger issue with LeBron was the same issue that Luka is having. They was running that play style where he does everything. And when you run that type of play style, you're not going to get superstars to come join you because nobody want to sit back and watch you do everything. So it's going to be hard to get superstars to come to Cleveland. So he had to go to Miami and join the superstars and talk his two friends and joining him.
Bro,
right?
They was not superstars. What are you talking about?
D-Wade and Chris Bosh was superstars.
I don't think Chris Bosh.
I'm gonna give you Dwayne Wade. Dwayne Wade is a Hall of Famer, All-Star. I give you that. Chris Bosh.
He's already in the Hall of Fame.
Chris Bosh.
Yeah, but he already in the Hall of Fame.
Who talking about Chris Bosh?
Yeah.
Chris Bosh was not never that guy, bro.
Yes, he was in Toronto. Are you serious?
Bro,
Hey,
Come on, man.
Hey, Mel, there's a lot of
what did Toronto do with Chris Bosh, bro?
Made the playoffs. LeBron. He made the playoffs before LeBron did. But y'all
Did he
don't
go
know
to the
y'all
finals?
history.
Did he take any team to the finals?
No, he didn't.
I know he did. I know he didn't. That was a rhetorical question, Melvin. That was a rhetorical fucking question. That was a rhetorical fucking question. He didn't know shit about going to no finals, winning no championships, till him and LeBron together went over there. Because, hey, Wade said, I know how to do it. All I had was Shaq.
Hey, Eric. So can I say this though? I think we're mushing two things together. Not knowing how to win and being a superstar, I think is a little different. I think LeBron was already a superstar before he went to Miami, right? Learning how to win was something that he probably learned from Pat Riley and Wade. I agree with that.
If you put an NBA team together right now, I'm talking about LeBron in his prime, not 50-year-old LeBron that's going out there still damn near winning championships right now. Not him. I'm saying if you had a LeBron in his prime and you was putting together a team, who would you start with?
I'll start with Jordan easily.
Okay, Jordan. I figured you would say that.
Yeah.
Would LeBron be on the team? Is what I'm saying.
It depends on what offense I was running. If I'm going with Jordan, then
because Jordan was a scorer.
Jordan was a scorer, right? So if I'm going with Jordan, I already don't need LeBron because
so Jordan was a scorer who had a supporting cast, and that's when they started winning.
Yeah.
And Jordan had a guy that nobody likes to even give any fucking credit to, for some strange reason, named Scottie Pippen,
right?
Who was still one of the world's greatest players.
Right. So the difference between Scottie and the co-stars that LeBron had is that Scottie showed up as a rookie, averaging 7 points a game with Mike, and turned into an all-star. When LeBron joined Kyrie, he was already an all-star. When LeBron joined Wade and Bosh, they were already all-stars. When LeBron brought Kevin Love in, he was already an all-star. When LeBron brought in,
man, you can't count them
wait.
Like,
When LeBron brought AD in, he was already an all-star. These guys was already superstars before LeBron joined them. So it's a difference when you look over the street and say, man, I would love to play with that superstar right there, D Wade, and you go join them, and they say bring Bosh, and then you go say, oh man, Kyrie is, man, that's a fine young player. He's already arrived and developed. Let me go join him. And by the way, give me Kevin Love, and by the way, give me J.R. Smith as well. And like that's totally different than getting a rookie that can't even be a starter on the Bulls team, and then you help develop that into a top 50 player. Totally different.
You know what, Mel? I'm not discrediting that LeBron did that. So, but on the same notion, we're not crediting the Chicago Bulls management to do the same thing. When they went out and got Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman, that was a super team.
I disagree.
That was a super team.
I disagree.
That was a super team, bro.
No, it wasn't.
That was a two.
That was back then. That was Golden State with KD.
I disagree.
Yeah, but that's subjective.
I did no, it's not, because I have a definition of super team. My definition of super team.
That's also subjective.
My definition of super team is 3 superstars in their prime on one team. And
that was Golden State.
Dennis Rodman,
Dennis Rodman is not a superstar.
Come on, he was.
Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman was popular. He's not a superstar.
Yeah, but look at his numbers. Look at his rebound ability.
Okay, hold on. Look. Dennis Rodman was averaging about 15 rebounds a game. I want you to look at who leads the league in rebounds now, and tell me if there's anybody in the league who's a superstar just based off defense and rebounds and no scoring. Name me a superstar that don't score. One. Name me one superstar that you can't get a bucket from or build a team around. Superstars can have teams built around them. Name me one person that say, I want Dennis Rodman to be my best player, and I want him to get me 30 points a game, and we're going to the championship. Can you do that with Dennis Rodman?
You had Jordan.
No, but that's
Jordan
why he's not a
superstar
superstar.
with no problem. What are you talking about, bro?
but that's what makes a superstar. I have to be able to. You have to be able to be my number one. You can't
Jordan,
be a superstar.
despite all of Jordan's accolades, Jordan, without all those role players, let's not call them superstars. Let's just call them role players. He wouldn't have won those championships.
No, I agree with that. But that's not what we're talking about.
Right.
That's not what we're talking about. We're talking about what a
The
superstar.
organization kept that core group together to win championships.
Over yours, what was Jordan able to do without Dennis Rodman and Scottie Pippen? Look at his career. He was a first-round exiter. He didn't make the playoff. He was an injury-prone. He got over those guys. Then the championship started to pour in. You got to look at what Jordan did.
I forget Grant Hill. Players. I mean, not Grant Hill. What's my man's name? Horace Grant.
Yeah, Horace Grant. Horace Grant a superstar too?
Horace Grant wasn't a superstar?
Wow. Yo, I'm about to shut this off. Hey, I'm done. Hey, this man said Horace Grant and Rodman were superstars. Look, so
Horace Grant. What's my man's name, man? You know what I'm talking about.
You're right. That's Horace Grant. You said he was a daggone superstar. You need to stop. Look. So Shelton.
He was a key role player. He did you see when the championship they won? Did you see Horace Grant play?
I seen all of them. Horace Grant's a good player. He's a good player. He's not a superstar. So this thing that Shelton's saying about what he's done without Pippen, if I played 15 years and I played 12 of them with Pippen, how am I gonna do something without him? I played my whole career with him. Like, so that whole thing, what he's done without Pippen is just something that somebody say that's something that someone says on TV to people that don't pay.
Couldn't win without that.
Wait, hold on. Wait. Michael Jordan played his whole career with Pippen, so there's no possible window for him to do something without him, except the window of what he did before Pippen showed up as a rookie.
7 years.
No, it wasn't no 7 years. Pippen showed up his third or fourth year. Jordan played, I say 3 years without Pippen.
Jordan played 86. They didn't win the championship to what, 91?
No, I said what he did before Pippen showed up. So the losing he did before Pippen showed up, his rookie season, then the second year season where he broke his foot and only played 15 games, and then the third year, and then Pippen showed up his fourth year, right? So every player that gets drafted has that window of 3 to 4 or 5 years where they're building and they're reaching their prime. Because when you come in as a rookie, you're not in your prime yet. You got to, with
the exception of somebody like Patrick Mahomes, which is anomaly. So but I understand what you're saying.
You said that was stupid, right?
I understand what you're saying.
So LeBron missing the playoffs his first 3 years, Kyrie Irving missing the playoffs his first 3 years. That's normal. That's normal. You got to build around them. So when people use what Jordan did before Pippen is like a negative thing, that's funny to me, right? So, but I say that. But back to the superstar thing. Dennis Rodman.
Hold on, before you do that, if you don't want to buy that, then also look at what Pippen did when Jordan retired. He still took that team to the playoffs.
Right, I agree. Because Pippen's a great player, but hold on, but you know it was 2 seasons that Jordan was retired, right? What did Pippen do the second season?
Then they got bumped in the playoffs, right?
That was out of the playoffs, and Jordan came back out of retirement with about 18 games left, and then he got them back in the playoffs.
And they still lost in the playoffs, correct?
Right. They lost to Orlando in the second round. So my point is, everyone brings up that.
Was that Pippen's fault?
No, I'm not saying it was Pippen's fault, but everyone brings up that first year when they won 55 games, but they don't bring up that second year when they was below 500.
Okay, but my point is,
hold on. Why was the Bulls below 500 that second year?
Because Jordan wasn't there.
Okay, case closed.
Right. So Jordan wasn't there.
Yeah, but that don't win the case either, because
I ain't trying to win no case. I'm just putting the facts out there. I'm just putting the facts out there.
But even with Jordan coming back with 18 games left, they still didn't win.
Of course not. Who the heck can come back with 18 games left? They've been playing baseball the whole season, and then
greatest player of all time.
There you go with another excuse, goddamn.
Hey, listen.
Fuck it, man, Jordan's the greatest ever, man. God damn, man, I can't win with the motherfucking belt, man. That motherfucker, he gonna give a motherfucking excuse. That motherfucker said motherfucker had a broke foot. Shit, the man was playing baseball all year. God damn, man. Hey, he wouldn't take this in the rewind shop. He wouldn't take this type of
Hey,
why ain't
man,
that
y'all
motor ready
so
yet?
stupid,
Shit,
man. Hey, y'all done made me. Y'all done made me stay. Look, y'all done made me stay on
I
here
had to
3
get a
hours.
COVID shot.
I was supposed to. Hey, Eric, I was supposed to come on here, run through these topics an hour and a half, and be done. We had 3 hours, man, because y'all wanted that gonna bring up the freaking goat, man. Y'all knew y'all was gonna get me revved up. Y'all knew y'all did this on purpose, man. Y'all knew y'all was gonna get me revved up, man.
You know, it's crazy. I was on YouTube. I said, "Oh, Mel is live." I'm calling that.
Hey, man, y'all got to do one about boxing, man. Goddamn Caleb Plant done broke my heart.
Hey, no, somebody fight. How long? It's a fight next month, right? Or this month?
Yeah, man, we were supposed to go see that last fight, but I couldn't find no place that was playing. I wasn't about to get a motherfucker no $60 for no goddamn Caleb Plant and Benavidez.
Who just canceled their fight? Somebody got hurt.
I don't know.
Garcia got hurt. Is that true?
Garcia against who?
I think I heard that.
Who Garcia was supposed to fight?
Ryan Garcia and Javante Davis?
Yeah, Javante Davis. Yeah, they said he got hurt sparring.
Shit, if I was Ryan, I would have said I got hurt too. Nigga, I'm hurt. Oh shit, nigga. Nigga, I can't fight him.
Hey man, he could have went in there and took that dive and got that money. Ain't no way I'm turning down that money just because I don't want no loss on my record.
His management sat down and said, "Man, you don't want this kind of shit in your life."
Eric, what was the purse? Eric, I will let you body bag me if the purse right. I'm going in there. I take that dive, man. We're going home rich.
I wouldn't do you like that because I love you. I wouldn't do you like that. I'd be like, damn, man, shit, fall down, nigga.
I'll make it look real good, man. I'll make it look real good. We both go home rich, baby.
Nah, man. Honestly, man, I think they management sit down with him and tell him, man, like, bro, you don't need this fight. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Same thing they told Earl Spence.
Against Javante. Is he that good?
No, against Terrence Crawford.
Yeah, Crawford a monster too.
Yeah, they was like, man, I don't want to see this for you. Not saying he couldn't have won, but like, bro, why you gonna take this kind of risk?
Yeah.
We can go get $5 million and go fight nobody.
Yeah,
we can go fight old ass. Who we about to fight? The old motherfucker. That motherfucker about to fight Keith Thurman. Motherfucker Keith Thurman, 80 years old. That motherfucker about to go beat the shit out of Keith Thurman. Go fuck Keith Thurman up. All right, man. I go kick Keith Thurman's ass.
Oh man. Hey man, it's some games tonight, man. So I'm gonna catch that stuff, man. But I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down. We almost at 3 hours, man. Y'all kept me way too long. Hey man, y'all, I gotta watch that clock with y'all, man, because y'all mess around and y'all.
Yeah, we'll wrap it up sooner next time, man. My bad, bro. I didn't just gonna get all sense. You acting KD-ish right now, nigga. Nigga acting real KD-ish out this bitch. Nigga, fuck that nigga. KD, nigga, the greatest.
Cause y'all tag team, y'all double team me. I'm like, man, hold on, man, wait, we can't. I'm trying to stay on one topic. Then y'all move it. I'm like, oh man, this dude done hit me with the GOAT stuff, man. Man, y'all know good and well LeBron not better than no daggone Kobe, man. Y'all need to stop that, man.
Hey man, y'all be blessed, Melvin. I see you tomorrow, boy.
Hold on, what's tomorrow? Wednesday? You coming through?
You out of town?
Nah, I'm here. You coming through?
Yeah, I'm gonna come through.
All right, bet. No. I'm in San Diego tomorrow.
Oh, you're in San Diego. What about Thursday?
Thursday, yeah, I'm home Thursday.
All right, I'll see you Thursday.
All right, bro.
Yeah. All right, later.
All right, Shelton.
All right, definitely, man.
Yep.